Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and it's from the 16th until the 22nd of December 2019. So it's from the 16th until the 22nd of December 2019, and I'm going to start with the horoscope sign of Aries. My gorgeous Aries, it is a really big dream that it's about to manifest for you. It is something quite significant, which is also on another hand going to have such a wonderful impact on you, on your life, on your happiness, and on you above all feeling rather optimistic about yourself and about your life, because you're going to discover something that was long lost when it comes to your life, and when it comes to the certain excitement, and when it most certainly comes to the certain stage of your life, part of your life that it's missing, that you should be doing, you should be using, you should be focusing on, and you should most certainly try to make that a part of your everyday existence. This is so important because the unfinished business from the past, it's about to return into your life. This is going to cause a certain amount of radiance, which is just going to re-energize you most certainly, but also it is just going to make you realize that you are that one step closer to like a really big stage in your life being unfolded, but most certainly you're going to have to make a decision. It is a very important decision that you're going to need to make this week, and this decision is also going to be relevant so much to what was going on in the past 2 years when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries, for the past 2 years, my gorgeous Aries. But most certainly when I try to focus completely, like for the past 2 months, this was like a significant amount of energy that accumulated around this particular issue, which means that this was preventing you to be yourself, or preventing you to move on, or preventing you from kind of feeling your own excitement. This happens when we subconsciously know that something is about to come up, something is about to manifest. So this is just very much so to do with your subconscious mind, with what you wanted to do, and with the part of your life that you left behind, but now it's about to return, not only as an unfinished business, but as a step towards something really huge, massive indeed. But as I said, you are going to come across a certain situation this week where you're going to need to make a decision. An indecisive situation, it's going to arise, and that particular indecisive situation is just so much going to reflect on the past 2 years, that you have, what you have been doing, what you have been focusing on, what you wanted to achieve, and what was kind of preventing you to move on, or what was even affecting you to the point where your self-esteem could have been affected. You see, this is very deep, and it's very karmically important to come across with, because on one hand your spiritual journey is going to evolve on the whole next level, but on another hand this is all about you making that particular decision, and that particular decision is going to literally set you free. Very important, because at the same time it is going to be the greatest moment of awakening that you're actually going to have. Without you even realizing, you will invoke something very important and something very significant when it comes to activation of your own life, activation of your own energy, because you're stepping into the slightly different zone, you're stepping into the slightly different dimension. At the same time, you will know that the problem that was like really irritating you for the past 12 months, the problem that was irritating you in most particularly within the last 3 months, it's also going to come up with a certain solution, when you will know that it's unfolding towards the right direction, towards the right realization as well, if I can say like that. But most certainly it's about a certain temperance, it's about the actual patience, it's about a certain harmony, and most certainly at the same time really beautiful rejuvenating energy. It's going to come through inspiration. You will be really like the actual influence, influence from somebody. It's it's going to take a really main point here. And I say main point is because it's going to be the right person that you will be inspired by. When you're inspired by the right person, it's absolutely brilliant, because it will do nothing but make you feel good, make you feel great about yourself, give you lots of optimism, give you lots of energy where you need it. It's going to bring a certain promise, and it's going to make you very creative at the same time. This is adjustment. Adjustment is going to be very significant here. And that adjustment, it's also going to become relevant when you're focusing on somebody really important in your life, whom you are influenced by really nicely. This is an important moment, my Aries. It's like you're going to think about someone, you're going to connect to someone, you're going to think how nice they are, how amazing they are, and you will most certainly be inspired by them in so many different ways. But let me tell you something, my gorgeous bambinis and my bambinas, this is more deeper and more important that you could possibly imagine, because at that moment in time when you are feeling about someone, oh, they really inspire you, it's so good, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing, because that is going to be the moment in time when you will know that the omen is about to arise, omen is about to come to your life, and omen is about to manifest, a very good omen indeed, because at the same time it's going to bring you the certain harmony, and you will know when you see the little bird again. Bird is going to make sense. It could be a bird in this case, but it also could be a cat, or like an animal similar to the cat, maybe, perhaps. Very significant that these two animals are going to bring you, or one of these two animals is going to bring you messages. Once you get this message, this is at the same time going to confirm something to you, confirm it's time to move on, confirm it's time to go to the next stage, confirm it's time to go to the next journey, and the certain success you will confirm through this particular omen. Just watch this space and you will know exactly. At the same time, the reflection from the past, at the same time you will have a rather strong connection with your past, which is most certainly about to bring you a rather important and significant insight, because it's going to help you to put an end to the certain problem when it comes to your emotional life, when it comes to your feelings, when it comes to your happiness, and when it comes to the certain focus that is about to come through and bring you the crystal clear vision about your future, which is just going to become a rather vavavoom-ish moment in time when it comes to you, my Aries, because it is just going to bring you rather nice balance there where you felt like you were like kind of out of balance. Very, very important and very significant moment in time indeed. I'm just going to shuffle these cards. No, I want to take these cards. I feel like these ones. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week, because it's rather important, because it's going to be a quite magical time for you. And this tarot card is also going to reveal what is your instinct going to let you know at the same time. You see, you've got a King of Cups. Very, very important indeed. It is about being inspired by the right person. It is about feeling it. It is about feeling this power. It is about feeling this love. It is the King of Cups that you actually have here. This is an important moment in time to realize not only you will find something so important, an important conclusion about your life, but it's most certainly going to come from the right person. The beautiful person is about to arise in your life, and it's also going to show you the way where you need the way to be shown. It's going to be shown in such a way when you will know, you will feel, you will sense, you will just literally know it, and by the feeling that you're going to feel and have about the certain situations and problems in your life that you would normally feel down. Now this beautiful person is just going to awaken you in so many different ways. It's so wonderful because this person is meant to be in your life, and it's going to inspire you when you need to be inspired, and that in itself is going to be the greatest moment in time, because you're gonna discover something very powerful about yourself and about your own passion. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, it's important to say, like, when it comes to your health, this is a significant week to make sure that you're drinking lots of water because of the certain toxins. You will want to get rid of these toxins. On another hand, what is rather wonderful to drink organic dandelion tea. Organic dandelion tea is going to be good for you to drink throughout this week without sugar. Maybe if you want to have a sugar, you put like a stevia, or if you can have like a little bit of organic organic honey, you know, and something like that, or without sugar. And even better is to have like with a little couple of drops of like organic unwaxed lemon as well. It's going to do you wonder, actually, to be quite honest with you. And organic dandelion tea is going to help you to get rid of the toxins, but it's going to be good for your kidney and liver because it's going to be quite sensitive this week. Also, make sure that you're drinking lots of smoothies, organic strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, goji berries, any berries organic that you could mix up and make your own concoction in the morning, like the very first thing when you wake up. It would be wonderful because it's going to work like a filter for your kidney and liver. Vitamin D, an additional vitamin D, it's also going to be very relevant for you to have. So if you have the sun to expose yourself on the sun, it will be fantastic. And if not, then make sure that you get natural supplements without any horrible ingredients with vitamin D, or at least eat lots of other products, you know, that are actually high in vitamin D. For example, like organic free-range eggs would be rather nice amount of vitamin D that you would actually get by them. So it all depends, but this would be something that you would actually really benefit from like there is no tomorrow. Very important moment in time because it's going to help you so much. On another hand, what else I was going to say, for those of you in relationships, my gorgeous Aries, you know, it's a very beautiful balanced force coming in, very important balance, and that balance is going to make you both rather sharper. And there is the certain, I'm not saying that you need it to be sharper, but when it comes to the certain balance of energy to make a certain decision, this sharpness, it's also going to help you to get a vision crystal clear when it comes to the certain stage of your life being available to you that you wouldn't normally notice. However, this is going to be rather good. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I most certainly wouldn't, oh my lord, it is going to be somebody around you that is just going to show themselves in a slightly different light, so just be careful. It is most certainly not going to be your stranger in the night moment, but it's just, I'm just going to kind of like warn you something that you will know yourself, because you will reach to the certain point when you're going to feel that something is not quite right with this person. So you are going to come across someone, you are going to meet someone, you are going to see someone, but it is not going to be the right person for you. But there is a very important message going to be waiting for you out of that experience. So it's not about finding someone, but through this situation, you're going to be that step closer towards someone very special who is about to enter your life. My gorgeous Aries, indeed. Okay. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Taurinis, my beautiful, ever so precious, my gorgeous Taurus, my gorgeous Taurinis. You know, you're reaching a very important stage in your life because it's all about you getting it. But before you get it, before you realize it, before you feel it, you need to be able to understand that there will be a very tricky moment that you will go through this week. And all you need to remember is just like a step above the situation, rise above the situation, and you are going to be provided with a rather sacred moment. What do I mean by that? The creativity that you are going to have, the power that you are going to feel, the excitement that you are going to feel, it's also going to push you on the whole new level. Being pushed on the whole new level means that you're going to be part of the different dimension, my gorgeous Taurinis, and that in itself is going to give you an eagle eye, an eagle eye, the sacred eagle eye. It's going to be very strong and very important because at the same time it's going to make you feel rather voomish. It's going to make you feel really powerful. It's going to make you feel very excited, and that excitement is going to be the energy that is just going to push you towards like doing something that you wouldn't do normally. You will make a decision that it's just going to be like a bit of a snap of the moment, but it's just going to be so good because at the same time this is the part of your unfoldment which is going to start by bringing a harmonious energy, which is at the same time going to become your rebirth. What is going to be happening at around this time, it is going to bring you towards the certain synchronicity, and another person is just going to have a really powerful impact on you as well. And what is going to happen, you will make you will have a very significant news, very good news that you're going to hear. Your annoying, nasty time time of your life. I don't want to say nasty time, but annoying time of your life, it's coming to an end. And it's brilliant because it was bringing you down. It was pushing you down, and it was preventing you to see the whole situation. And when you're not able to get it, feel it, sense it, being part of that direction, being part of that dimension, then you're not able to kind of sense exactly and feel what is going on. And when you're not able to feel what is going on, but like through your own sense of the actual abilities, when you're able to use your own power of your mind, your subconscious mind, your psychic feelings, your intuition, you see, this is kind of restricted through these directions, through these dimensions, through these situations. This become restricted, and that in itself is also kind of have a certain effect on you, and it requires from you to kind of grow to the certain level when it comes to your spirituality, your karma, and your spiritual journey. And once you grow to that certain level, you reach the peak of radiance. Dun, dun, dun. This is where we are getting. This is where we are going. It is about, through this synchronicity, you will gain your own power. That power is going to help you to get and reach to the actual peak of your radiance indeed. And that in itself is going to be a very important moment, because you will be wise. So as I said, you will hear the greatest news ever. The annoying time of your life is coming to an end, my gorgeous bambinis and my bambinas. And that's really brilliant, because it was really taking so much out of you that you can't even understand this, feel this, and sense this until it actually happens. You will be able to feel this beautiful, powerful rainbow, energy rainbow, right towards the end of this particular week. And I'm talking about the week in between the 16th and the 22nd of December. And this particular rainbow is going to become rather vibrant, and it's also going to make you very wise. This is the time when not only the annoying problem is coming to an end that was blocking you, that was preventing you to move on. It was not your fault. It was not your problem. It was not something caused by you. It's something that was caused by maybe other people, and something that was caused by the life in itself. But it is part of you in order to go through this, to reach to your fullest potential. And you can't reach your fullest potential until you're learning things from your own lessons. I'm not going to call them mistakes, but most certainly I'm going to call them lessons. So this is so good, because it's also at the same time you will feel very wise, and you're going to make an important decision. And that decision also was relevant to you in the past 7 or 8 weeks. This was taking quite a lot from you, and now you're going to find yourself being the part of this serene dimension with a serene knowledge. And it's just like basically the problem that was like very so huge, big and horrible, it's just going to seem like a tiny little baby, tiny baby, tiny baby, tiny baby, tiny baby, tiny baby, tiny baby. Oh God! Basically, yes. So it's going to seem like a tiny little problem, like a really little problem from what it was like before. Like it seemed like, oh my God. So this is all about this power. This is all about this balance. That is on another hand going to help you to make a very important decision, very important judgment. And this is so good, because you're going to be penetrated. Your mind is going to be penetrated in such a different ways. The energy is just going to be all around the place, and you're also going to find out a certain hidden emotion. Certain hidden emotion is going to reveal something to you, because at the same time it's going to provide you with an opportunity and with an idea. This is so important, because it's going to help you to kind of like deal with that stage of your life, that part of your life that was like making you really restrained. You will not realize how much you are actually making yourself restrained, until you reach this point, until you go through this feeling. You don't realize how powerful and what a powerful moment in time this is, in such a sense when it comes to actually negativity, because you're like, whoo, you're flying like a little baby, you're flying like a little cherub, you're flying like a little angel, through this energy, or opposed to like being held down and being like being surrounded by karmic like little chains, dark chains that are preventing you to move on. So all these chains are going to disappear, and you're going to find yourself being in a rather wonderful and nice bubble. And most certainly it will want to make you to explore things, to do things, to be rather adventurous, and to live your life and be really happy. There's a certain education, something you will want to learn, but this is so good, because it's going to will be so important, because it's going to help your life with your own practicality, and also it's going to help you so much with those stages in your life when you felt like completely restrained. Now this is all about a shift, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Another idea you're going to have, but you will know, my babies, you will need to be patient. It's about to happen, but you will need to be patient indeed. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Taurinis, do you know what? I really like it, because you're reaching a very important accomplishment, very important stage in your life, and this is all to do with your recognition. You will be recognized by someone very important to you, very significant, and that is also going to take you and your life on the whole new level. This is wonderful, because this is going to make you feel perfect. This is going to give you something to look forward. This is going to bring you a little bit of an excitement, and it's all about the recognition, honor, and you will know, my babies, you are going towards an ultimate change, and it's all leading towards your own fulfillment in life. You will know that you are capable of something very important that is going to mean to you so much. You will want to prove something to yourself, which of course you are, but there are other people that are going to come towards you. They're going to let you know something, and this is going to be such an important moment in time, because it's all about your own fulfillment, capability, and really important rewards from hard work, success, which is going to lead to the biggest admiration from others. Maybe it's connected to the little bit of a clingy time of your life where you were uncertain, because there were like maybe 2 or 3 people did not approve of a certain start when it comes to some kind of turning point in your life, but you knew, just go, my baby, just go. And you're absolutely right, because this is all going to be connected at this very moment in time, my gorgeous Taurinis. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week as well. Okay, so your 9 of coins. Okay, your card is 9 of coins. This is really important, because it doesn't surprise me. You are going to change your life when it comes to this week. This week is going to be big, it's going to be important, and you will find yourself not only feeling absolutely fantastic about the uncertain stage of your life, but it's the actual reward from the accomplishment, from the big accomplishment, important accomplishment. It's also going to provide you with an option that you wouldn't have before. Your life will most certainly go on the whole next stage when it comes to the beginning of something very important, beginning of the certain opportunity, the beginning of the certain adventure that is going to make you feel really good. But you also need to remember, you know, that just to stay committed to the task at hand, because you are going to be tested, you know, things are going to be very busy. Just remember, stay committed to the task at hand, and something very important is going to be offered to you. Something very important when it comes to the next stage of your life, which is going to reflect on your finances, financial situation, your security, and rather vava-voomish moment in time, because it's going to make you feel, wow, I'm so happy with myself, I'm so glad with myself, and that is an important moment indeed. Okay, so basically, and also when it comes to the actual health, you see, it is just so important, my gorgeous Taurinis. It's like basically to take at around 3 tablets of the spirulina in the morning, or and 3 tablets at around the lunchtime. So I would take like a spirulina, or you can take a 1 teaspoon like in a little bit of water in the morning, and then you do it again, 1 teaspoon, a little bit of water at around the lunchtime after your lunch, for example. And the first thing in the morning, like without anything else, just a rather first thing in the morning, literally. And it's important to do, because it's just going to rejuvenate you. I think that your energy levels are going to need just a little bit of like a vava-voomish energy. So spirulina, organic spirulina that I recommend, you see, if you take it in organic tablet form without any horrible ingredients, without any fillers, you take it in the morning 3, and then in the afternoon, like at around the lunchtime 3, at around 6 a day. If not, then powder. But the spirulina needs to be organic, natural, and it needs to come from Hawaii. But that is what I personally advise, because through my own research, Hawaiian spirulina is rather good in compared to the rest of the spirulina. So that's why I'm just saying that it would be like a Hawaii spirulina from Hawaii. Is just something that I will highly recommend. On another hand, vitamin D and calcium. Vitamin D and calcium, these are such important supplements for you to take. They need to be natural. They need to be without any herbal ingredients, without any anti-caking agents, okay, because this is going to help you quite a lot. And also just make sure that you're drinking like something like an organic chamomile tea. It doesn't have to be every day, but it's going to help you with like a tummy, when your stomach is a little bit intense, you know, and I know that your stomach is going to be like a little bit strange, not too bad, but then chamomile is just going to help you because it's going to make it rather soothing and it's going to make you feel so much better. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you that are actually wondering about the relationships, you know, oh la la, a little bit of stroppy, feely in between you two. I think that it's going to be like a little bit tense week. I think maybe a lot is going to be happening. You're both going to be really busy, and this week it's in itself is going to be important, but it's going to take quite a lot from both of you. So it's very important for me to say that if you want to discuss something really important, if you need to like do something really significant, if you need to discuss or go over something that means so much to you, just like maybe leave all the important conversations for the week after. This week it's not going to be the best because you're both going to be under tiny little baby stress here, but that is just going to reflect on both of you, and hopefully you're not going to like with each other, but most certainly it's going to be absolutely fine. But on another hand, it is just basically also don't your partner is going to kind of be offered something, and make sure that your partner understands not to get tricked into some kind of situation. Make sure that your partner understands that not to rush into anything in general. Next week it's fine, but this particular week, don't rush. Okay, what else I was going to say, for those of you that are actually in relationship, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, ooh la la, somebody is going to impress you, somebody is going to be quite important, somebody really mature, somebody really powerful. It may not be like a mature, like an older person, like a physically than yourself, but most certainly it is going to be maybe an old spirit, maybe a really old soul. I know that there's going to be something very mature and very responsible and very powerful and very significant and very old, but old when it comes to the actual old spirit, going to be connected to the person who is about to start entering your life. This is someone very important and somebody very dependable in many different ways, and you are going to find yourself in a tricky bitty situation because something is just going to be confusing you at the same time, and this is purely because you will find yourself being attracted and attached to the people that you wouldn't normally be attached to. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Gemini. My gorgeous Geminis, this is just a very strange, very unusual, but actually good week, because the strange and unusual, it's going to also like make you to be part of the dimension and the situation that you wouldn't normally be. So therefore you will have a strange week when it comes to you suddenly finding yourself being attracted to the kind of like a journey, to the option that you wouldn't be attracted to normally. And this is going to stem, this is going to happen, this is going to manifest through your own success that you will hear. There is a very good news that you will have about your life, very good news about your direction, very good news about something that you were worrying so much that made you like a bit of a like, oh Lord, no, something that made you so uneasy, something that made you so uncertain, something where you find yourself like very lonely because a little bit of a lonely road, because it's only down to you, it's only up to you, it's all about you when it comes to this particular stage of your life. Nobody can help you, and nobody can do it for you. You're one of the absolutely most powerful signs of the zodiac when it comes to your own magnetism, when it comes to your own power, power when it comes to you getting from people through your own energy and radiance, like what you want to get, but especially in particular without talking and without making any statements, you're able to do this amazing thing with your energy just by sitting or just by saying two words, which is going to be echoing 30 times stronger than some other sign, for example, you see. So this is why you started a certain process at around 11 months ago, and you weren't too sure, and that certain process was the part of you making sure that you stick to the certain stage, stick to the certain level, and keep going and keep going and keep going. Most certainly you had a certain distractions along the way, but you knew, just go, you will be big, you will be huge, you will be massive, you'll be strong. You're building something very important, and the end of this week it's going to be so good because it's going to make you feel rather vavavumish in many different ways when it comes to you finding yourself being part of the completely different dimension. Do you know what? Of course that it's going to be this little bastard here. Sorry, bastard. Little bastardo. Little like a little snaky in the grassy. I say this, sorry, but it's good because it's coming to a name. The certain person that was scrutinizing you, that was really driving you nuts, that was draining your energy like there is no tomorrow. Somebody low, somebody who was really sucking up your energy, somebody who was like an energy vampire, very scrutinizing, and it happens like very intensely, more and more intense as the time goes by. As we are reaching our important stage, our important point, then these people are draining energy even more until we get to the point where we are like, my God, and then you just basically, they do you a favor because by draining your energy and by being toxic around you, they just push you over the edge, and you just know, thank you, my darling, time to movie, honey, time to move on, indeed. So this is just going to be so good because that's the end of the somebody scrutinizing. It's going to, the end of some kind of scrutination through somebody, it's going to come to an end. It's brilliant, and that in itself is going to bring you wonderful adjustment, readjustment, and the harmony which is going to help you to make an important decision. At the same time, you will know the deep concentration and application and study is just going to become as relevant as anything to reach an absolutely mind-blowing stage of your spiritual life, mind-blowing stage of your journey, because it's just going to help you so much to get a certain reflection that you wouldn't normally have, but also at the same time somebody who really appreciates you and likes you and likes you, it's going to actually confirm something to you. This is so good because it is just going to be about your reflection, about your life, which is just going to be so unique to you, particular situation, and you will know, this is going to take you somewhere really important, and it's all to your own success, accomplishment, and the beginning of the really wonderful adventurous moment, which is just going to bring you enthusiasm. It looks like you're going to start living your life like, ooh la la, my darling, vava vumish moment in time. When there is a problem, you would just, before you'd be like, oh God, and now you're going to be like, let me do this, baby. It is just all about looking at the things from a different angle, but it's easy to say, but it's much easier to do once we reach this particular stage, turning point through our own success, my bambinis and my bambinas. Do you know what else I was going to say? An important news you will get through somebody who is who you think of like a very goody person, like a really nice and really good person, somebody who you think of very highly. It's going to give you good news. On another hand, it's actually honor, the greatest honor that you are going to have and feel about your own success, about your own power, about a certain decision that you made so long ago, but you were uncertain because you needed like some kind of like a direction to be kind of confirmed something to you from somebody who may be like overlooking the things, or from somebody who is meant to say something to you that mean to you so much. So certain worry about how somebody is going to react, it's actually going to turn out absolutely mind-blowingly good, and it's most certainly going to enhance your direction, enhance your power, and it's going to provide you with a really beautiful vision, like instantly when it comes to your own future planning. Absolutely absolutely brilliant, and this is all about the accomplishment that you are going to have. And also when it comes to confidence, this is going to be incredible, absolutely incredible, because it's just going to make you so strong, so powerful, and so stable like you wouldn't normally be. Absolutely fantastic, very important and very significant stage of your life, my gorgeous Gemininis, indeed. Let me just see what is your tarot card, my babies. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I will see what is your tarot card of the week, because it's rather important when it comes to this particular situation as well. Okay, so now my gorgeous Gemini, so you have a Two of Swords here, you see? You have Two of Swords. So it's all about the actual balanced force, you know, and harmony that you're actually going to have, you know. Just keep still, not keep still, but stick to your guns, you know, stick to what you wanted to do, stick to your options, you know, stick to everything that you wanted to do, because you are going to be tricked, you are going to be kind of pushed in a situation where you maybe certain things are going to be uncertain. But I have to say to you, just keep your, you know, keep going and keep going, stay committed to the task at hand. Indeed, it's very important to say that this is also going to help you to make a really important decision. Just remember, this is all about the harmony, firmness, and the balanced force that you are going to have throughout the week, that is going to make you super firm, super strong, and super powerful. So if you feel weak, just remember what Sashita told you. Just remember. Okay, so now for those of you Gemininis who are actually wondering about health, like the first thing that I'm seeing, like, oh my God, you honestly, you are going to be able to feel the earth magic. Okay, when I say that you are going to be able to feel the earth magic, we feel the earth magic like all the time. It's wonderful, it's highly vibrational, it's very powerful, and it helps us in so many different ways, because it rejuvenates us so much. And why am I saying this to you, my gorgeous Gemini? Because you need to make sure that you spend some time like meditating. You need to make sure that you spend some time like connecting and reconnecting with yourself, like a grounding, you know, touching the ground, to basically sit on the earth, you know, sit by the water, go into the forest, maybe hug the tree. You will be able to benefit from these energies like there is no tomorrow. You will have a super powerful week, but that does require from you to actually work in a different way, to live in a certain way when it comes to reconnection, when it comes to like just going into the forest, you know, which is like filled with spirits, you know, filled with all these beautiful dimensions, you know, which is going to reflect on you so much, and it's going to rejuvenate you. So this is something that you should be doing throughout this week, like Tai Chi and things like that. Anything for your own good, anything to rejuvenate yourself, because it's going to help you. But at the same time, every time you make a certain connection, you will come across with some kind of decision. You will make some kind of decision. It's just going to travel to you an option, which is just going to help you to make some kind of edit in order to get a necessary outcome. You see, this is why this is also important, because it's all so connected. Okay, on another hand, what else I need you to do, it's make sure that you're actually kind of like sleeping in the right way. Make sure that you don't strain your back again. This is so important, because your lower back, it's going to be rather sensitive. And also it's just make sure that you sleep with a good quality pillow, and make sure that you're having a good quality pillow in between your legs while you're sleeping, and to try to sleep on your side throughout this week. And this is going to help you to relax your lower back in a certain way. On another hand, what else I was going to say, please, you need to drink something like aloe vera juice, organic aloe vera juice every single day, okay, every single morning. And what else I was going to say is just going to be the vitamin D. Vitamin D, it's going to help you with your bones, very important. Calcium is also something that you are going to need. Calcium, vitamin D, these supplements need to be natural. If you don't want to take a supplement, then take like try to take a food, you know, which is going to be rather rich in this particular ingredients, because it's going to help you like there is no tomorrow. And also organic chamomile tea, it's going to help you to flush out the toxins, you know, because your stomach, your tummy is going to be like quite sensitive. So this is something that I would recommend you. And boost your friendly bacteria. It is going to be rather important to boost the friendly bacteria. So if you can eat yogurt, like a natural yogurt, you know, it will be absolutely fantastic, because it's going to help you with your gut, you know, to get rid of the bad guys and to bring in the good guys, you know. friendly bacteria is a must. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, what else I was going to say, you see, it is basically for those of you in relationship, oh my Lord, perfect, absolutely beautiful. You are reaching a very important stage, you're reaching a very important point, and a certain stage of worrying and fear, it's coming to an end. Okay, certain stage of worrying and fear when it comes to both of you is slowly coming to an end. Okay, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, stranger in the night, Gemini in the morning, it's fantastic. For those of you that are single and ready to mingle, do you know what I mean, Gemini? You're going to be all around the place, you're going to hear a good news, it is all going to be about your own success, it is all going to be about you finding yourself in a rather advantage place in your life. This is going to make you feel rather vavavumish, and it's going to reflect on your own well-being. You will be projecting this sexually powerful energy, which is on another hand going to help you to get your own radiance, and that radiance is going to help you to attract and connect to like a lot of people that you would want to connect to. So someone very important is going to be attracted to your beautiful, sensual, powerful energy. The bottom line is that you will be able to project this energy in this particular way, like, oh my Lord, like throughout December until the end of December. But in particular this week, this is going to be quite strong because it's going to make you feel super powerful. The bottom line is that there is someone going to walk into your life this week, but it's going to be only the beginning. But you will not even like know who they are, but you will just kind of realize and understand that a certain change happened, and that change was directly responsible for you to find yourself in a different area, in a certain spot surrounded by the certain people. These people are going to be connected to the person who is about to walk into your life. Okay, my gorgeous Gemininis. Okay, before I go on Cancerinis, I'm just going to basically, I will be 1 second. Before I go to Cancerinis, I will be 1 second. Okay. I'm here. Yeah, you see, I'm really shy. I'm drinking my coffee, I'm really shy. Okay, I'm just joking. But now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerini, my gorgeous Cancerians. You know, it's like, oh my God, you're just going to feel this energy which was like sleeping like in a long time, you know, which is going to rejuvenate you. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself from the very beginning of this week. But what is this going to do? It's going to like penetrate you in order to kind of like pay attention to the certain stage of your life that it's going to need a little bit of your vavavumish energy, something that you're going to need to pay attention to, that is just waiting for you, calling you to kind of like connect to, because this is where your creativity is about to explode in a really good way. On another hand, challenging situation, you will find quiet, oh God, no. Okay, Cancerinis, let me tell you this. Let me tell you, come closer. Look, you're going to come across like a very important challenging situation, but something connected to that is going to make you feel kind of like not disgusting. I know it sounds weird, but something is going to make you feel like, oh God, you know, maybe a little bit horrible, because it's connected to somebody who is maybe going to try to control something, and you will not like it. And this is exactly why I need you to make sure that you understand that this is a challenging situation that you need to do, you need to go, you need to become the part of, you need to go through, my darling, because that in itself is going to be not only leading towards an absolutely outstanding outcome, is going to bring the whole new harmony, but also it is just going to not only bring you a really optimistic, really good situation, realization, unfoldment, a reason for celebration, because it's also almost immediately going to make you feel so good about yourself. That in itself is going to reveal some kind of stage that you will want to pay attention to, but at the same time this is going to bring your own wheel of fortune, my darling. It is all leading towards your own wheel of fortune, my gorgeous Cancerinis, which you are going to have at around the end of this week. And this in itself is going to bring you a fantastic turning point, and this is so much to do with your destiny, fortune. Most certainly it is going to bring an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful end to such an annoying problem. And also it is just going to it makes the certain things, certain problems that were really weighing on you, like so much less difficult and less scary to actually deal with. And this, my babies, is the moment in time when you're going to invoke something very important into your life, because it's the perfect balance and combination. This perfect balance and combination is going to bring you a crystal clear focus, and that in itself is going to make you shining brightly like there is no tomorrow. And most certainly it's going to make you feel quite happy, and because it is the certain judgment that you are going to have. Let me tell you something else, Cancerinis. It's so important that you get this right. Karmically, this is an important moment in time, and it's time for you to shine. Someone is going to kind of irritate you a little bit. Somebody is going to get on your nerves a little bit, and somebody is going to try to play with you in this particular way where you're going to find yourself challenged, like, oh God, what do I do? Do I do, like, oh God, but it's like a challenging situation, like when it comes to certain indecisiveness, but the bottom line is it's going to cause the certain negativity and perhaps a little bit of like anger, just a little bit of baby anger, baby anger, baby anger, baby anger, baby anger. So it's only like a baby little anger, but this is very important for you to come on top of this in such a way where you're going to realize how wise and how powerful you are. You are at the same time going through your own rebirth, which means that you're going to be tested. Rise above the situation. You need to remember this, Cancerini. Forgive and forget. Whoever pisses you off, or whoever does you something not good, or whoever is horrible to you, or something like that, please, it's just so important that this is the very significant stage that you will go through. And if you don't get this right, it's not going to be bad or anything like that, but it's just going to slow down the process a little bit in order for you to be on top of your own game, on top of your own spiritual journey, and make this lesson like to the best of your abilities with the best outcome. You need to remember to forgive, to forget. So there is going to be the important judgment that you are going to make, and you will know that it's a time to do this. And also it is just so much to do with your own development. This is going to be followed by your own development when it comes to promotion and outcome of the past efforts are about to bring you rebirth, because it's all down to you, and it's all down to the annoying stage of your life that you were unsure what to do and which direction to go, and it was causing you to be unwilling to make like a necessary effort. So now this situation is about to turn upside down, and it's going to become the beginning of a very important transition in your life when it comes to the certain change, when it comes to the things that were boring, when it comes to the things that are really bringing you down. But you will know, my babies, this is a sacrifice and readjustment that you're going to need to make in order to get where you need to get. This is so important. It's all about the readjustment, and it's all about a certain sacrifice, okay? So I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is your card of the week, tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Cancerini. Okay, what is your tarot card of the week? Okay, oh Lord, Three of Swords. This is brilliant. You see, this is actually quite good, because on one hand, it is just going to make you realize that it's all about your practicality, and it's all about you sticking to your own opinion. You must make sure that you understand that this is a very important stage, a very important week that you're actually going to have, and there are lots of little challenges going to be throughout this week. And you also must not hold yourself down. You must not hold yourself down. You must be as open-minded as you can, and also just follow your own enthusiasm. Follow your own enthusiasm. Follow what means to you. Very important to actually try to understand that there is going to be somebody who's going to try to maybe overshadow you a little bit. I say overshadowing because they will kind of require certain energy from you, but this is the moment in time when it's about you. You're wise, you're super intuitive this week, and this is why this is so important. Just you keep going, and try to not to get distracted by people needing something or by people going through certain things, because it's only 1 week that you're just going to need to kind of be very enlightening in so many different ways. Be just very enlightening when it comes to your own situation. It is going to be the realization that there is a certain stage of your life. It's to do with the defeat. It's coming to an end. Something is also not going to work like how it was working, but the magic of this week is actually going to be that you will be able to understand this in a different way. Who cares about something that didn't work? Who cares about a certain defeat? Who cares about a certain overburdened feelings and stress, when you are having so much to look forward to? So this is a week, just focus on really good things, focus on optimistic things, focus on good things, because these things are not as relevant as good things in your life, but they can kind of trick you into situations, so it clouds the rest of your life. So just stay positive, stay focused, and keep going, my gorgeous Cancerinis. Okay, what else I was going to say, for those of you who are actually wondering about health, do you know what? It is just so important. I know this is going to sound weird, but movement, like a swimming. You will find swimming so good. If you're able to swim, if you can swim, if you know how to swim, if you're able to swim in general, basically, then I would highly recommend you to do this. It's important. I understand that there's a winter in certain places of the world, like here where I am, for example, but then you can go to the swimming pool and things like that. It's very important to connect and reconnect to water, to the actual water, because it's gonna very much so going to help to rejuvenate you in a completely different way, and also it's going to make you feel rather magical, because it's going to help you to reflect on your life in such a way where it's going to bring the balance where it wasn't balanced, which is on another hand going to make you feel rather harmonious indeed. What else I was going to say? Your stomach also, ooh la la, you're also going to have a sensitive stomach. Okay, so stomach is quite popular this week when it comes to lots of signs, which is nothing unusual. So just make sure that you're basically taking something like an organic aloe vera juice. Like every single morning, take an organic aloe vera juice, like a little glass on an empty stomach the first thing in the morning, and this is going to have a really nice and rejuvenating impact and effect on you. Also, if you can take and drink like organic chamomile tea, rather important, every single day, if you can drink organic chamomile tea, you're gonna find this quite beneficial. The natural form of B vitamins will be very important, because you're gonna find just a little bit of a stressful situation throughout this week. So natural B vitamins would be fantastic if you can get a B vitamin supplements, but it needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients. Or you can get food, and you can eat food which is going to be high and rich in B vitamins, and this is going to help you with your stress and nervous system like there is no tomorrow. On another hand, what I said to you before, very important to keep on taking vitamin D supplement, and also calcium and magnesium. Calcium and magnesium is a must for you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, because it's a lot to do with your muscles, and it's a lot to do with your bones that are sensitive, so you need to take care of them. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now basically for those of you Cancerinis who are actually in relationship, there's like a very important ritual coming through. Very important ritual. You will want kind of like a rejuvenate something. You will want to do something very important for each other. Something very important is going to happen. Very significant moment when two people just make a very important and significant decision, but it's coming directly from the love, emotions, and all these beautiful feelings. A very significant ritual you are going to have. This is for those of you that are couples. It's really good indeed. Okay, so now for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, stranger in the night, cancerini in the morning. Do you know, I'm seeing the beginning of something really great here, but this is just the beginning. These are the first contacts that you're actually going to make with somebody who is going to later on literally change your life. At the same time, this is not going to be as obvious that you're having this person around you, because they're going to notice you first, and you will be very excited about a new stage in your life being available to you with unlimited possibilities. This is going to be the moment in time when this person is going to walk through indeed. Okay. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis. My gorgeous Leos, my beautiful Leonis. You know, you were worrying about something. You were worrying about the finances. You were worrying about a certain security and security and finances when it comes to that stage of your life, that stage of your spiritual journey. But it's to do something in particular. It's to do with a certain almost battle that you started with yourself. You will finish this battle, you will realize this battle, it will come to an end when you come to terms with a certain things, certain options, certain stages of your life which are going to have an unfoldment, but this is going to happen and come with an element of surprise. Your power lies in you. Your power is in you, and it's all on you to decide and realize that the things are going to start changing, but in a really good way, because it's the problem, some kind of very heavy issue. This is the bottom line. It's coming to an end. When it comes to the actual you feeling so good, so great, and having such an overwhelming emotion, but it's due to the actual some kind of possession, something that's yours, something that you were maybe like not fighting for, where it could be fighting for, something that you were trying to get, a certain justice, my gorgeous Leonis. This is the week of Justina. This is the week of justice. Okay, it's so important because it's like my gorgeous Leonis, it's so much to do with a certain justice, because it's just going to make you feel so good, and it's also going to bring you a proper balance. A proper balance means that your energy is just going to start being very vibrational. And what does that mean? That it's also going to open up your eyes like they haven't been opened before, and you will start realizing certain things around you like that require your attention a little bit. This is so good, and it's also a direct result from a very annoying stage of your life of worrying, of not being able to move on, because like subconsciously you were connected to this stage, this journey of your life that was worrying you, and it was kind of taking a lot from you because it took quite a long time, and it was connected to the very long time and long stage of the certain uncertainty. It's to do with you, it's to do with your passion, and it's to do with you not being able to move on. But these are the things that you don't even realize until you actually go through them and get on the other side of this beautiful spiritual bridge. And this is going to happen in a snap, because you've got a little bunny, little rabbit is representing you, my gorgeous Leonis. Little rabbit, and little white rabbit is very good, it's very brilliant, and it means that there's going to be a rather interesting jump. Something is going to unfold with a beautiful and swift change, because rabbit is cute, it's beautiful, it's adorable, but it's also can jump, and it's very fast. So this is what it means, that this is going to kind of like a very much so going to reflect on the certain slow stage of your life when you needed to have a temperance. Now this is going to be a rather nice jump through your own justice, which is about to bring you a proper balance, but at the same time you're going to get an absolutely mind-blowing advice, which is only my babies, my bambinis and bambinas, going to confirm something to you. A new stage, you know, something very much so that means to you so much, and it's to do with your own creativity, it's to do with your own instinct. This is going to be absolutely remarkable because it's just also going to help you, you know, with the practical knowledge. It's going to help you to move on. It's going to help you to also like realize the new beginning at around the end of this week, you know, new option and a new beginning, which is just going to liberate you from a rather powerless situation that was just kind of like affecting you within the last 12 months. You know, it's really important because on one hand, you're going to grow so much. I like it. Remember, just be yourself. You need to be yourself. You need to keep going. You are doing the right thing, my gorgeous Leonis. You just need to be patient. You're very quirky. You're really nice. You're really beautiful. You're very powerful. You have got like, oh, honestly, I mean, Leonis, you do have this Leo, the actual lion energy, like a very majestic, very powerful, impossible not to notice, you know. And this is why, this is what you're going to realize, exactly that balance of energy, which is just going to slap you in your face, and it's going to be like so strong and so powerful and very significant moment in time where you're going to find and discover and rediscover your enthusiasm, you know, through things that are making you feel good about yourself, because spiritually you will grow, because you're reaching an important stage, an important point also when it comes to, you know, within the last 7 or 8 months, you know, you kind of find yourself in a part of the situations where you will uncertain, oh, am I doing the right thing? Oh my God, there's a lot going to be confirmed to you, my gorgeous Leonis, and also a little surprise at around the end of this week. It's going to become an important moment in time, because it's going to help you realize unlimited possibilities there where you thought, oh my God, no. You know, emotionally, you know, you will need to make, you will need to work a little bit on yourself emotionally. This is the time when you need to take care of yourself. This is the time when you need to relax a little bit. This is also the time when you need to listen to yourself. Make sure that you understand that you need to pay attention to what's the very first thing on your mind every single morning, okay? You need to pay attention to what's on your mind the very first thing in the morning, and especially when it comes to the problems, and especially when it comes to the negative stage, negative periods in your life and things like that. You know, just make sure you understand that there's a very strong connection where you have with the spirit guides while you're sleeping. You're having astral projections every single night. All of us do. That being said, you're in touch with your spirit guides, with your guardian angels, and you're receiving all sorts of messages. When we wake up in the morning, the very first few minutes, very first 5 minutes, and especially for you, my gorgeous Leonis, this is going to be very super effective this week. So you will be still part of all these different dimension, you know, which is on another hand going to provide you and shower you with not only wise thoughts, wise realizations, but it's going to help you to make decisions when it comes to your own outcome, when it comes to destiny, fortune, outcome, and advance for the better. Most certainly, indeed, you will be getting your own advice through your own wiseness. Absolutely fantastic. Do you know? And also, I like it so much. I just say to you, you know, you are going through a very important change, and that change that you are going through, it's also going to be so important when it comes to the certain readjustment in your life, regeneration and rebirth at the same time. There is also going to be a very great moment that you will feel like when it comes to you feeling dominant, when it comes to your own success. There is going to be an idea that you will have, and that idea, it's also going to only be able to you when you reach a certain stage and certain point in your life. My Leonis, just remember, trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. You're very quirky, you're very unique, you're very powerful, you're very significant. So don't block yourself, don't keep yourself down. Just keep going, because you're a lion, literally. And that is going to be kind of like obvious this week. On another hand, there will be a very important reconnection. You will want somebody to return into your life. You will want somebody to be around you, somebody who means to you a lot, somebody who you really love, somebody who is perhaps your family member, or somebody who's your partner, somebody who's your mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever it is, but this person means to you a lot. This person means the world to you. This person is your beautiful star that you are missing, that you want to have around you, in your energy, in your dimension, and that is most certainly going to be the case. This world, this life is too short. I say this world, this life is too short. We are here for a while and then we go, and while we are here for a while, we are learning on our, I wouldn't say mistakes, but I would say lessons. And as many lessons we make, the more we are going to learn. And that's why I'm saying it's important to be surrounded by people who mean to us so much, who are in our lives, because they are not going to be there forever. Pam, pam, pam. So now, on another hand, my gorgeous Leonis, it's so good because you are going to reach a very important security when it comes to your financial situation, when it comes to your family matters. Something very important is going to unfold here, and most certainly it's the reward of a very long process is just going to start like waving at you, and it's going to be so brilliant because it's also going to provide you with an opportunity that you wouldn't normally have about your future, my gorgeous Leonis. So now I'm going to shuffle these cards, my beautiful babies, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card going to be for this week, my gorgeous Leonis. Okay, well, there you go. This is it. You see the Tower. Of course, I had to bring the Tower out. You know what, my babies? It needs to get worse before it gets better. This worst is not going to seem that worse. This Tower is not going to be connected to you, but this Tower is going to be around you, which means that you will benefit from the negative situation. You will be witnessing some kind of negative situation which is just going to put you in certain spot. It's going to put you in certain light, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time because it's going to actually help you to avoid this certain situation, and therefore you will make an important decision that you will benefit from this Tower situation that you are not going to be part of, but you are going to be around it. So you will be able to feel it in a certain way, you will be able to sense it in a certain way, but most certainly if this wouldn't happen, then you wouldn't have a certain adventure available to you. This is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your spiritual growth because it is going to confirm something to you, but most certainly it will help you to move on, and most certainly it is actually going to enhance your radiance, which is going to reflect you on your own power, which is going to make you the super vibrational at the same time, and it's going to help you realize that it's time for celebration actually, because the certain problem is coming to an end, and the conclusion is just going to be amazing because it's going to really mark the beginning of something very, very special at this moment in time. My gorgeous Leonis, indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, in general, this is going to be quite a busy week, There is quite a few things that are actually going to be revealed to you, okay, through your own karma. Each thing that is going to be revealed to you, it's going to have something very special for you. Sacred, sacred, sacred indeed. For those of you wondering about health, we are just having an important moment when it comes to your bones as well, when it comes to your skeleton, when it comes to your muscles. This is all what you have to pay attention to. Make sure that you get a necessary exercise. If you are able to exercise, most certainly don't strain to yourself too much or overstrain, but it's an important to move your body in a different directions if you possibly can. Okay, but on another hand, this is like a really kind of this is a really important moment in time to just basically have a little bit of exercise, and also make sure that you're also taking like something like a flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil would be called flaxseed oil or fish oils or cod liver oil. I know cod liver oil comes from the actual cod liver. Fish oil comes from the actual body of the fish. I know it sounds gross, and the flaxseed oil is the plant version of these oils that are actually really important when it comes to your joints, when it comes to your bones, when it comes to your skeleton, and it keeps them moist, you see. So it's important, but it's also going to boost your immune system. Cod liver oil contains vitamins A and D. Fish oil doesn't contain these vitamins, but it contains omega-3 like cod liver oil, and the flaxseed oil is the plant version that contains like omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is going to help you with your focus, but at the same time it's going to rejuvenate you, it's going to boost your immune system, and it's going to help you with your skeleton. On another hand, vitamin D is a must calcium is a must. Calcium and vitamin D supplement is a must, and also make sure that you are taking enough protein. Protein is very important. So a couple of organic eggs, for example, a couple of organic free-range eggs can provide you with a rather nice amount of protein, or you can find your own food which is rich in protein, but it needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. Just make sure that you top up with the protein, because it's going to rejuvenate you and it's going to be rather important. And keep drinking water, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. Avoid sweets if you can. Avoid chocolate if you can. Avoid sweets and heavy foods as much as you can. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then you just need to check with your doctor or with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, you're reaching a very important moment, because it's just like to do with a certain accomplishment. I think that your partner was working on something, or your partner was trying to achieve something, but in particular within the last 9 months, that was like the very important stage, very important point of your lives, that your partner was maybe paying attention to, like kind of like using energy towards quite a lot. So you are going to have the greatest moment in time when it comes to the certain accomplishment. And you know what, I like it, because it's just, you're going to feel very proud of your partner, you're going to feel really brilliant, you're going to feel so good. But the bottom line is something very good, rather vavoomeish it's going to happen, but also something rather vavoomeish is going to happen in terms of money, finances, and option that is going to become relevant to you both, something that you wanted to, you both wanted to do. So it's to do with the finances and security that will provide you something really good indeed. Okay, and a certain trip or journey. You'll be talking about certain trip or journey as well here. Watch this space. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I most certainly don't think it's the right time to go and try to find stranger in the night. Leon is not going to be in the morning. No, most certainly not this week. It is like not to do with like finding the love of your life. It is like maybe like to flirt a little bit. You know, it's brilliant. You know, flirting, it's really good, because it's very good for your confidence. It's very good to boost your immune system. Gosh, yeah, immune system. I guess so. Yeah, it's very good to boost. It's very good to boost your self-esteem, to boost your confidence. You know, it means like to different people different ways, but most certainly it's good. It's good because it's going to help to boost your confidence. But you will be meeting quite a lot of people. It will be a busy week, but most certainly no, you're not going to meet the love of your life or anything like that. You know. But it's just basically going to be a couple of situations, couple of people that you will be kind of like dealing with that are not on that level, that are not like to do with love or anything like that, and that is going to take your attention. And somebody also is going to ask you for not a certain help, but a little bit of energy of yours is going to be taken from somebody else, but that person means to you in your life anyway. So this is going to be keeping you busy, but most certain to find the love of your life, it's not going to happen this week. Okay. So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful, my gorgeous Virgo, my gorgeous Virgolini, okay? Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Na 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 na. My gorgeous Virgolini, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's very relevant when it comes to you, my gorgeous bambinis and my bambinas, because this week you are about to be reborn. This week you are about to feel yourself in a completely different way, which is going to bring you a completely different balance. The balance of energy is just going to be mind-blowing, because it's at the same time going to absolutely enhance you instantly instinctively. So therefore, you will have an option that is going to come through to you right at the beginning of the week, which is just going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to come, it's going to happen, it's going to manifest when it comes to your own unfoldment of your own success through the certain accomplishment. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Virgolini. My gorgeous Virgolini, you will find out something very powerful about yourself, very significant about yourself, and that is going to be the main point, which is also going to change your life. The certain new flower is about to be born. The certain new option, it's about to become rather evident, and it's going to overpower everything else, and it's going to boost your confidence. It's going to make you feel really good about yourself. It's going to boost your power. It's going to make you feel very optimistic, and that balance of energy is just going to be absolutely perfect, and it's going to be leading towards your own enlightenment. You will be able to achieve so much this week, and you are going to surprise yourself. The week is going to start with a rather good news, and that good news is actually going to be very much so relevant, because the certain control, the certain annoying part of your life is coming to an end. Someone very negative, it's also coming to an end. You know, Virgolinis, it's important because somebody was affecting you in such a way where you kind of were losing your own determination, you were losing your own power, you were losing kind of your own significance when it comes to certain parts of your life which were prevent you to have a strong vision. I said this to you before, it's important when we don't have a strong vision, when our pathway is clouded in between now and our immediate future, then it's very difficult to be completely excited. You know, I'm not saying that we were miserable or anything like that, but it's just basically it takes away certain power from you when it comes to the power of manifestation, kind of like and visualization, when it comes to making a strong connection, because then and there these moments are very important, because subconsciously you're able to connect and you're already making things happen. Well, this is the difference, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because this energy is about to shift right at the beginning of this week, and this is so much to do with this stage of your life coming to an end, which is also going to reveal almost immediately determination, initiative, and strength. It's just going to grow about this option that is just going to be so highlighted, and it's going to overtake everything else, and it's really good. And most certainly it's going to be something which is not only going to bring mind-blowing focus, but it's just going to bring you confidence where you just thought like, oh my God, I can't be bothered anymore. So this is why this is so important, because it's going to become the radiance, optimistic power, which is just going to at the same time going to become like a really important unfoldment in your life when it comes to the completion, when it comes to the new beginning and the celebration. You will want to celebrate, because this is just going to shift so much negativity, and you're going to be able to prove a certain point to yourself and certain point to other people around you. There is a very powerful and strong energy that you will regain. That energy that you will regain this week, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is going to help you to realize a certain stage you need to move on from when it comes to your life, because you will realize that maybe you're not as ecstatic, maybe you're not as happy. I'm not saying that you're not happy or not as ecstatic, but most certainly this week is going to point out at you what needs your a little bit of Vavavumish energy, because you will know what is preventing you to feel yourself, because it's a lot to do with a certain person also that is having a rather negative influence and negative impact on you. The beginning of the week, my gorgeous Virgolinis, it's also gonna be somebody's gonna try to with like a little needle like that, like a tick to prick you a little bit, you see. God, how do I explain? But somebody's going to try to drive you nuts a little bit. Somebody's going to try to irritate you a little bit, and somebody's going to try to test you in so many different ways. And I have to say to you, it's so important to not to bite back. So important, don't go low. Do not have a conflict and battle whatsoever. whatsoever. Don't. We don't go low. We don't go low vibration. We don't fight. We don't do these things. We don't have a conflict and battle. There is no point. You say your thing, they say your thing, and that's about it. You know what I mean? So basically, just make sure that it doesn't even come to that, because at the same time, this is going to be connected to your test, your challenge, and this is going to in turn to be an ultimate test for you, because you just need to remember, rise above the situation, and that is going to bring you certain wish is going to start unfolding, something that you wanted to do in a really long time. This is going to be a little readjustment that is going to happen through this situation by itself. Remember, this is going to reflect on you, this is going to reflect on your life, this is going to reflect on your professional life as well, but most certainly the new option that is going to come through, and it's going to help you to realize that you've got more than you need to move on, and you will know that you're going to start feeling very much so connected to this new stage of your life. And that new stage of your life is going to help you in so many different ways, because it's going to help you with the moment in time when you felt like a little bit overburdened feeling, excessive pressures, and you will know that the problems are soon to be resolved, and the problems that have been rather specifically significant in the last 11 months are going to be resolved through this situation, because you're going to realize something, your eyes are going to be wide open, and most certainly you will know that this needs to come from you, this needs to come from your bravery. You will also know that you have got the capacity in order to move on with your life, and you will know automatically, immediately, that this is time for rebirth, a transition, change, and it's going to help you so much with your own readjustment and sacrifice, especially when it comes to the actual rebirth. Certain changes are going to take place, and that in itself is going to lead towards you realizing progress with your life, at around the end of this week, sudden progress of movement. But this is all going to happen at the right moment in time, because you are going to start focusing towards something new, towards something significant, towards something so powerful, which is going to raise your power, raise your optimism, because at the same time it's going to highlight the rather promising situation in your life. It's going to become available to you, and you wouldn't realize this before, but this is so important, because it is all going to make sense, and you will kind of know exactly what you need to do to make a little readjustment when it comes to your life. On another hand, absolutely amazing moment in time, because it's going to help you to escape the negative part of your life that is bringing you down, that is making you feel really unhappy, and that is actually making you clouded. It's very, very important to actually be as open-minded as you possibly can, because it is just going to start happening through certain change, which is just going to be connected to the actual home. But the change is going to be really good. The change is going to be very significant. It's most certainly going to come through you feeling really, really good about yourself, but also at the same time, it is just going to kind of like reveal the certain liberation out of the powerless situation. It's so important, because success is going to be mind-blowing. You're going to feel absolutely remarkable this week. This is very good. It's very important, because also security and power and finances are going to be on top of the game, and you will be able to echo your own energy, your own power to the best of your abilities, because your radiance is going to be super powerful throughout this week. So therefore, be very open-minded, be very optimistic, because it is going to be very important connection that you're going to come through. That is actually going to manifest, that is actually going to come through when it comes to you, my gorgeous, my ever so precious Virgolini. Very important connection with somebody. Somebody is about to enter your life that is going to have a super impact on you later on. Very important, very significant, and watch this space, because basically what you're going to have, it's an amazing, absolutely mind-blowing Wheel of Fortune moment. A Wheel of Fortune moment that you are going to have, and it's just going to be so good, because at the same time, it is just it is going to come through a really bizarre situation. Something is going to unfold so quickly. Something is going to be so quickly, so quick, and it's going to take a lot of your kind of like lots of your energy, but in it's like kind of a good way, because it's just you're gonna realize, oh my God, it is the advancement situation that you are going to have, and it's just so important because it's all about this conclusion, that you are gonna find yourself being so close by. If you were thinking about it just like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you'd be like, absolutely no. But now, with all this focus that you are going to have, this is going to be absolutely fantastic, because it is going to come through the actual unexpected event, which is going to lead towards the conclusion and the end of the problem that was bringing you down so much. And it's so important, and rather prominent part of your life, which is going to help you, as I said, to liberate yourself from the powerless situation. And once Virgolini is liberated, it's brilliant. It's just basically a lot to do with an adjustment and edit. What do you need to liberate yourself from? Who is bringing you down? What is bringing you down? What came to an end? It's important, Virgolini, very important to see this, to realize this, what needs an adjustment, because this adjustment is going to lead towards the biggest rebirth of your life. And it's also going to make you absolutely super ecstatic, very powerful, and very happy when it comes to September 2020. This decision is going to reflect on your life, and it's going to bring you the biggest enlightening moment in September 2020. Just watch this space. This is going to be very important. Make sure that you stay committed to the task at hand, and something is also going to be offered to you when it comes to the actual work, when it comes to business, if you're retired, for example, it doesn't matter. Something really significant is going to be offered to you. New direction, new dimension, which is just going to help you with your own inspiration and advancement as well. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolinis, I'm just going to now shuffle these cards. Oh, this is such a good week, okay? Okay, there we go. This is so the Empress, okay? This is so important because it's just like, it is, you're not gonna be like in peace until you deal with this. It is really going to affect your life if you don't kind of make certain changes. You don't need to make certain changes this week. You don't need to start, but it's all about the power of your mind. It's all about the realization. It's all about the situation that is going to be highlighted to you, that you're going to be so close by, okay? And someone very important at the same time, an important person in your life, it's actually going to confirm something to you. It's going to confirm something to you, and you will most certainly know that it's time to move on, because there is a movement that is going to start happening right then and there at that very moment in time. This is going to be so important because your life is going to go on the new stage, and also ending that you're going to feel excited about, materialistic gain that is going to be quite significant at the same time, and also a justice, okay? This is also this person. There's an important person in your life which is going to be directly responsible for getting like a really not only a confirmation, but a really important and wise advice. My gorgeous Virgolinis, this is so big, it's so important, and most certainly it's, the balance is going to be ridiculously good when it comes to your own realization, your own success, your own security and power, and your own future planning. This week is going to be absolutely ridiculously important when it comes to the new beginning and the actual manifestations. If you need to apply for the jobs, go for it. If you need to start new things, go for it. If you need to deal with things that are really irritating you and you don't know what to do normally, just go for it. This week you will have the power of the angels, the power that you wouldn't normally have. So that's why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. On another hand, what else I was going to say, you see, when it comes to those of you who are wondering about health, it is just classic, isn't it? It is just to do with the stomach, it is to do with the digestion, but you just need to make sure, and it's to do with your liver, and it's to do with your kidneys, okay? So it's you just need to make sure that you are drinking lots of water. Make sure that you avoid like a heavy food. Make sure that you avoid sugar. Sugar is vile. Okay, I don't even take sugar, but make sure that you avoid sugar. Okay, and if you need to take sugar, maybe just take like a stevia, or maybe take like a something like organic honey, for example. You see, just try to avoid sugar because it's very heavy and it's really bad. It's like pure chemicals. So basically, yeah. And also make sure that you are actually drinking like a very much so like organic raspberries, blueberries, goji berries, any berries that you could make your own in the morning to have your own concoctions like throughout this morning, the first thing in the morning, every single morning would be absolutely fantastic. So organic goji berries, blueberries, raspberries, you know, any berries that you can make your own organic natural and drink it the very first thing in the morning. It's going to work like a wonderful filter when it comes to your liver and when it comes to your kidneys. Very important. Okay, and also I need you to make sure that you actually also take like something like an organic aloe vera juice as well, which is going to help you like with your own stomach lining, and it's very, very, you know, it's very good for the stomach. Actually, aloe vera juice is absolutely brilliant. It has got such a wonderful ingredients. Okay, so if you can take an organic aloe vera juice as well, and on another hand, very, very, very important also to try to take like a spirulina. I know I've recommended this millions of times, but Virgolinis, you're one of the signs who should be taking this all the time. Organic spirulina, 3 tablets in the morning and 3 tablets in the afternoon at around the lunchtime. So that would be like about 6 tablets a day. These are natural supplements. I repeat, supernatural supplements that don't contain or shouldn't contain any horrible ingredients. Just organic spirulina. If you can't, if you don't want to take in a tablet form, you can take like in a powder form. You take 1 glass of water, a teaspoon, mix it up and drink it the first thing in the morning, and then drink it at around the lunchtime. And the organic spirulina also needs to come from Hawaii because it's my favorite definitely. And spirulina is going to be absolutely brilliant when it comes to like a boosting your energy. On another hand, organic acerola cherry powder. I know I said this before, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you will have a cold and flu, like a bit of a symptoms indeed. Cold and flu, baby 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 cold and flu. God! So basically, yeah, so organic acerola cherry powder is going to rejuvenate you so much. Very important because it's going to help you. I recommended this millions of times. I take this myself. Organic acerola cherry powder. You take every single morning, 1 glass of water, mix it up with a teaspoon and drink it. And it's brilliant because it's going to boost your vitamin C levels, and it also contains B vitamins. Very, very important because it's going to help you with your own rejuvenation. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now I'm going to basically check Virgolinis that are actually in relationship. You know, very important negotiation is going to happen. Something very important and very significant. It's going to happen in between you and your partner, and it's going to help you to kind of deal with a certain situation, because it is going to kind of pinpoint you towards the certain direction, and it's going to lead towards the swift change, because it's going to kind of like reflect on the stage of your life that was very slow and it wasn't moving on. So there is a very important decision that you're both going to make, you and your partner, which is going to help you to be so happy, and it's going to put an end to the certain problems, certain uncertainty. So it's quite good because security and power is going to be enhanced here. So it's going to provide you with a certain option, both of you, that you wouldn't normally have. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you know, I can see you being all around the place. I can see you being super busy, super energetic, and it's going to make you feel really good about yourself. And that in itself is going to reflect on you wanting to meet people. You will kind of like feel the need to talk to lots of people, and you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. But what I find quite interesting and even more enhancing and even more powerful, how there will be one day this week where you're going to really, something unplanned is going to happen. So you will be part of the group, part of the situation that is just that you wouldn't normally be part of, and that is just going to trigger this particular moment because someone very, very special is about to start entering your life here. I know lots of people are going to notice you this week, and you're going to feel rather vavavoommish. You're going to like a bit of a flirty, and that's absolutely brilliant. You're going to enjoy yourself like there is no tomorrow. Plus 2 or 3 other people are about to enter your life through the flirting, and it's not necessarily to do with love or anything like that, but just the people who are going to stay there and become an integral part of the spiritual journey. But it's going to come through this vortex of energy. But the bottom line is, yes, there is someone very, very special that you're about to actually meet. Very, very special indeed, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Okay, so before I go on Libera, I'm going to be back in just 1 second, okay? I will be back in 1 second. I'm back. Hey Coco, what's Coco? You wanna come in or you wanna stay out? Wanna stay? My Cocolina decided to stay in with me. Cocolina. Hey, so let's say hello. Let's say hello. See? Hi, say hello. Hiya. Okay, so now libera, 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 libera. I'm here. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. My gorgeous Libera, listen to me very careful. You know what? You've been very patient. You've been very good. You've been very brilliant. You've been absolutely fantastic, because there is something very much so karmically about to show up and slap you in the face. Beautiful, beautiful. beautiful karmic slap. Very important spiritual moment indeed. I say karmic slap because it's just going to be connected to the stage of your life that was very heavy, that was bringing you down, and that was affecting you so much without you even realizing, because it was affecting your own ability, your own happiness, your own excitement, and most certainly for the actual ability to focus on things in such a sense where you can feel them, you can connect to them completely. But on another hand, that helps you so much with your own, like a swift change, you know. And this was kind of like there was a little stop that was put on this, and you don't realize this is so tricky. Then you don't single out this situation, you don't realize this new opportunity that is going to come through this until you reach this particular moment in time. You have been very clever when it comes to karma, when it comes to your spirituality, because I'm going back in time, like within the last 24 months, ooh la la, you have made a certain decision, certain option that maybe other people didn't understand or certain people couldn't understand. So now this is the payback time, because that left you like a little bit indecisive until you reach a certain stage in your life to actually make a certain decision, certain option, and it's to do with something that you wanted to do in such a long time, but it's so much so to do with a decision, with an option that left you like a rather indecisive. So now it's going to be like ooh la la moment and very important decision you're actually going to make. That decision is also going to be strong, very significant and very powerful when it comes to the certain powerless stage of your life that was driving you nuts, and it was stressing you out so much because it was like all about the overburdened feeling, and it's to do with the temperance, patience and timing. So, and that timing can be quite energy draining. So now my babies, the harmony is gonna come through. Two good news you're gonna hear. I'm so happy for you, Liberine, my Liberas, Liberina, Libera. I'm so happy for you, my gorgeous Libera, because that is going to bring you two new news, you know, a couple of news that you're going to have. And this is so much to do with your own success, with a certain option, with a certain power, the certain vision quest. At the same time, it's going to be connected to you feeling like such a sacred activation as from the beginning of the week indeed. And that is bringing you the harmonious feeling, absolutely fantastic. And it's also going to be like a very heavy and unusual, a very heavy and annoying stage of your life. It's coming to an end. Conclusion. It's going to stem from the fact that you're going to start feeling so inspired and very artistic moment in time, very artistic energy, which is going to make you realize on another hand, it's time to escape. But this escape, it's really good because at the same time, it's going to feel like reward. So when I say escape from the negative situation, from the negative people, from the negative dimension. It's most certainly time going to be to move on. But it's all about you realizing your full potential. It's just basically, it's there. Something is going to kind of start really illuminating the darkness around you. And that illumination is going to make you realize that you do not need to dig deeper. You're already there. This is so important. Just follow your bliss, Libera. This is so important. Don't fall into the vortex of energy that can prevent you from kind of floating to the best of your abilities. Once you're relaxed, once you're going to be floating, and that is the important stage of your own illumination, which is going to reflect on your karma, on your spiritual journey. As soon as you have the negative thought, especially when the land is so fertile and you're part of the completely different dimension like this week, then you do not do this. You do not think negatively, because that negative thought it also can work against you. So there is no point. The bottom line is, something is going to happen so quickly. Something is going to have such a significant and quick jump that is going to blow you away in so many different ways, because at the same time it's going to provide you with an option, with an adventure, an option which is also at the same time going to become an important part of an unlimited success. Absolutely fantastic. But I have to stress, this is purely coming through your own accomplishment. This is purely coming through your own work, through your own hard work. And it's also to do with the actual victory, the victory. My gorgeous Libera, you are going to have a rather victorious week, and that victory is also also going to bring you at the same time certain dream that much closer. A certain negotiation is going to take place, and it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because at the same time you're going to invoke something without you even realize. That invocation that you are going to have, it's going to become very much so the part of February 2020. It's going to return into your life. It shall return into your life, and it's going to require from you, my gorgeous Libra, to weigh the situation a little bit, you see, and you're a little scared. You know how to do this, and most certainly that is going to point out a certain balance and vibration that is just going to be absolutely remarkable, because at the same time this is just going to bring you a clear focus, which is going to become the part of the important unfoldment. Very, very, very powerful moments in time, because somebody very dear in your life who you really love so much, it's also going to have a very difficult stage of their life coming to an end. I really like it because it's so good. That means to you so much, and it was taking a lot out of you as well at the same time. I really like it because also a very beautiful harmonious situation is also going to happen here. And you know what, there is going to be a significant role. It's amazing, couple of few signs actually have a significant person walking into your life, not necessarily love, nothing to do with a lovey, nothing to do with a stranger in the night, but there is someone very important that is going to be highlighted in your life this week. Somebody is going to enter your life, and somebody is going to become the part of your dimension. Watch this space. Somebody very important is going to enter your life for the first time, and it's going to become an integral part of your life. Not like everything, but really important. And this is to do with the spiritual journey, and this is to do with you reconnecting with somebody as well from your past life. Okay, this is going to be very interesting indeed, because your spirituality is going to be absolutely superb throughout this week. You can, Libra, I know it sounds weird, but you can expect like all sorts of like noises, strange dimension, you know, you can expect like a little orbs, you know, you can expect like a little ghostly messages, you can expect all sorts of spiritual developments and unfoldments that are going to be around you, like manifesting this week like there is no tomorrow. This is because you're entering a stage, like a very important stage, and you are crossing a very important and rather significant spiritual bridge. Probably one of the most important things, one of the most important weeks that you actually had this year. It's important because it's also going to kind of like help you to realize that you could have made a certain mistake. You could have overreacted with something. So do not overreact with absolutely anything, because what I see here, that is just like basically it is going to be the situation that came from your own patience, and you could have overreacted. You were so tested so many times, but you've done so well. And this, my gorgeous Libra, is where your power is. Something very important you will find out about yourself, and something is going to be pinpointed out to you, and that is going to lead towards the big beginning. But it's most certainly going to still require from you like to dig a little bit deeper, because it will bring you a couple of undecided moments, indecisive situation, couple of things that you're going to be uncertain about, but you do not need to stress yourself out whatsoever. This is all part of the actual greatest honor that you are going to feel at around the same time to be part of this dimension, but also it's going to provide you the challenge. Any challenge you have this week, you will be absolutely on top of the world, and it's going to be rather open-minded, and don't bring yourself down, because you are going to do really great. And not only that, that is going to become your turning point, which is just going to provide you with an option which is just going to change your life. The happiness that you didn't have in an absolute long time, it's about to return through this, and this is purely through your own hard work. This is purely through your own satisfaction that is coming from some kind of accomplishment, but at the same time your spiritual journey is going to become a very, very strong when it comes to your own excitement, and that in itself is going to be the greatest starting point when it comes to the certain materialistic gain. I really like it because the beginning of something very special is going to start this week as well. It is all about your great determination, that you will have initiative and strength. And that in itself is going to be brilliant, because it's also going to be a triumphatic moment in time, because you're going to hear a really good news about yourself. And that is going to make you feel so good, and it's going to realize the certain capacity about yourself. And that capacity is going to be absolutely everything, because without you even realizing, this is going to be something that is going to push you to move on, something that is going to motivate you, something that is instinctively going to make sense to you like there is no tomorrow. And the new idea will be born, the new direction will be born, the new option will be born, which is going to become very significant and relevant at around the end of this week. If you do need to have a certain negotiations, my gorgeous Libras, just go for it, go for it, go for it, because you're going to do so well, you're going to do so great, and it's going to be so it's going to, the outcome is going to be absolutely remarkable indeed. But I like it because you will be recognized. I think this is so good, my gorgeous Libra. I really like it. You will be recognized this week, and that recognition is going to mean everything to you. It's going to give you such a power, such a vavomish moment in time. But most certainly, my gorgeous Libra, you are going towards the ultimate change. This week it's going to become relevant, and it's going to become evident that you are moving on towards the ultimate change, that it's about to not only to discover certain passion about yourself, but it's about to change your life. On one hand, you're going to be surprised a little bit, but on another hand, this is going to be mind-blowing surprise. So it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's just going to be so like an important moment in time, because there is going to be the really beautiful and sudden progress and movement, where the things were like really slow before. But on another hand, it's also going to kind of like make you realize that it's time to move on from some kind of stage in your life, option in your life. Something is around you that you should move on from, because something is bringing you down, something is making you negative, and it's going to require from you to realize this, and make the necessary adjustment, make the necessary readjustment, because it's just basically you are coming to the point where you really need to kind of like start looking at the things from a slightly different angle when it comes to your life, when it comes to your feelings, when it comes to your emotions. And especially if there are certain uncertainties and you want certain changes, you see, just remember, it is very important for you to trust yourself. You need to act the way you feel, you need to trust yourself, because you're reaching a very important emotional moment as well. And that emotional moment is going to help you to look at your situation from a very different angle, which is going to confirm something to you as well. You will want necessary changes, which are going to become the part of your own reflection, which are going to make you start kind of making things around you different already, around your home, around your spirituality, like a spiritual cleansing and things like that. This week it will be brilliant to smudge your home with a dry sage stick, just walk into every single room and do it. It's going to be brilliant, because a lot of negative energy is going to shift at the same time as well. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Libra, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. Okay, what is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Libra? This is so important. There you go. The moon, you see, this doesn't really surprise me at all, and this just basically just confirmed what I said, you see, because through the negative situation, somebody is going to show their naughty facey, somebody is going to show their naughty face, their ugly maybe little face, but then it's going to happen at the right moment in time, because it is just going to be like that little bit of spiritual petrol, which is going to help you to take your life on a different stage, different angle. But you wouldn't be able to kind of do this if you actually didn't come through this particular situation. This particular moon situation is going to make you realize the little bit of a snaky and a grassy that you will want to move away from this week. But it's brilliant. It's brilliant because it's just going to speed up the process, so it doesn't really matter. When it comes to like things that are personal, when it comes to like people being around ask, who you don't trust, who you don't feel comfortable with just avoid them, you know, or don't talk about personal things that don't consider that other people have nothing to do about, you know. But there is going to be like a little disappointment that you're going to have, but it's going to be good, because this is going to be the last stepping stone, which is going to help you to reach a very important stage of your life when it comes to your own enlightenment, satisfaction and accomplishment as well. There's the whole new devotion that is going to come through, that is actually going to help you to change your life, and this in itself is already going to start changing your life indeed. So it's really important, my gorgeous Libra, okay? And for those of you who are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous Libras, you see, this is an important to say that you should actually just make sure that you're actually taking vitamins A, C, and E. Very important to take vitamins A, C, and E. So you can either take these vitamins like basically, through the food, you can find out which food is rich in these vitamins, or you can just get these vitamins basically out of the supplements. You can get supplements that are actually going to help you quite a lot, but it needs to be a completely natural, without any horrible ingredients and necessary anti-caking agent and all this rubbish that they put in. It needs to be natural. On another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra, you also need to make sure that you actually top up on B vitamins, B vitamin complex or something like that, or food rather high in B vitamins, natural B vitamins. It's important because you will be going through a little bit of stress this week, and this is going to help you for your nervous system, but at the same time a bit of digestion. You will have a bit of a stress and a bit of a digestion as well at the same time, and these B vitamins are brilliant because they're going to help you with both stress and digestion as well. B vitamins you can take like as a supplement, but it needs to be natural, or you can take it like a food which is going to be rich in B vitamins as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, it's just important moment in time, because it is just going to be like your partner will be going through a lot of stress, so your partner is going to be needing a little bit of your vavavumish energy. So it is just some kind of like a very stressful time that your partner will be going through, maybe like not very stressful, but something will be stressing them out. So in this situation, it's really great to break the energy through by knocking into the slightly different dimension, and by doing this it's very important to raise the when you raise the vibration, and you do this by buying them a present, by surprising them, by taking them somewhere different, and that in itself is going to be great because it's going to reflect on them in a good way. That would be the best thing to do. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, oh my god, there's going to be like somebody who I would not go for at all whatsoever, somebody that you will meet, but somebody that also at the same time you will go through all the feelings and all the possible emotions that you could possibly go. But the bottom line is, it's something that you're going to feel disgusted about. I know it sounds really weird, but it is just a little lesson to be learned there. So for single, my gorgeous Libras, for my single Libras, it's basically it is not, you're not going to meet the love of your life, but it is just going to be like a little bit of not really nice experience through someone, with someone, but this is going to be important for you later on. Okay, this is going to be an important stage of your spiritual journey, because at the same time, believe me or not, you will spiritually grow, and that particular person is going to be directly responsible for someone proper who is about to into your life, which is not even going to be that long until then anyway. Okay, so now before I go to Scorpioni, I'm going to have my coffee. Sorry. Oh my god, sorry, I just love coffee. Oh Jesus. I hope you can't hear me swallowing. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna Okay. coffee without chemicals. Even bloody coffee has got chemicals, you know. It's terrible what they do. So if you get coffee, then you get like a freshly grounded coffee, you know, instead of like chemically induced coffee, because these freeze-dried fancy coffees they put they don't put the actual ingredients that are in, so they will just tell you like a freeze-dried coffee at the back, but it's like all sorts of things that are added, but we'll talk about that at some other point. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. My gorgeous Scorpiones, I'm into you. It's all about, like, to start with, it is about the feeling of expansion. It is about the feeling of excitement. But in particular, when it comes to your spirituality, you're going to start feeling drawn to like unusual and strange things. But I say unusual and strange things. This is because it's a very revolutionary part of your process. It's about to manifest. Very revolutionary indeed, because you have suffered a lot, you have been through a lot, you even punished yourself so many times by maybe repeating the certain things that you shouldn't, certain mistakes that you shouldn't. We all do it, don't worry, we all do it. But sometimes these things happen for a reason, because we need to be sharpened up to get and to reach to the certain stage of our lives. And this is going to happen big for you, my gorgeous Scorpiones. You can only take so much of the certain karma. You can't have always bad things happening or negative things happening to you, or maybe things being slowed down. I'm not saying this was happening to you, but I'm saying that this situation is going to be relevant, because it is going to be a really nice turnaround that you are going to have at the beginning of the week. And I really like it, because it's going to make you, it's going to come through your own spirituality. So you're maybe going to start feeling like, oh, I want to do tarot, or I want to do reading, or I want to do like horoscope, or I want to try different crystals, or I want to buy different candles, you know, like and things like that. It all depends what way this spirituality is going to come through, you know. How is it going to happen, how is it going to travel towards you? But most certainly you will discover a new passion. That new passion, when it comes to you, a new direction, is going to be so important, very powerful later on, because it's going to be directly connected to you making a life-changing decision. So through your own spirituality, you will change your life. See what makes you feel wicked. See what makes you feel radiant. See what makes you feel powerful. See what makes you feel ecstatic. See what you want to do that you've never done. See what you want to connect that you've never done. There is something very beautiful and mysterious and powerful going to affect your sign, and that in itself is going to be absolutely mind-blowing moment in time, because it's going to lead towards the actual turning point, your own rebirth. And it's also going to require from you to make a certain mature decision. I say mature decision because you're going to kind of find yourself also thinking about a certain stage of your life, and you will think about it immediately in a different way. The way you're going to edit it, the way you're going to change it, the way you're going to channel it, because you're channeling this already through the different channels when it comes to your own spirituality. So you will be provided with a different picture. So this is going to be nothing unusual, and it's going to make you realize honor about yourself where you wouldn't realize. And that is going to be that last push that is actually going to push you towards the challenging situation. So you will do something, you will make something, you will create something that you wouldn't normally do, make or create. And that in itself is going to be a significant part of your own invocation, and something very important is going to take place here. Indeed, my gorgeous Scorpiones, this is so good, I can't even explain. It's going to help you to deal with the person in situation that became scrutinized, and it's bringing you down, and it's just not very good to be there anymore, because you feel negative and uncomfortable about certain situations, certain group of people, or a certain person that you shouldn't. And this all means that it's time to move on, because the new synchronicity is about to come through. What new synchronicity is going to do to you, my gorgeous Scorpiones, is going to make you super wise, and this wiseness is going to provide you with an opportunity to make edit in your life. And that edit is going to be so good, because it's going to help you to deal with a situation where you feel so restrained. Once you release yourself from this restrainment, You are going to be absolutely on top of the world, because at the same time there is a sacred, beautiful, amazing advice that you are going to have. This is going to lead to the greatest justice moment. Your justice is coming, your justice is coming, your justice is coming, and it's also at the same time bringing you a proper balance. And that balance is going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you realize there are 3 things, my gorgeous Scorpiones, that you're going to need to pay attention to. 3 things that you're going to need to action, 3 things that you're going to need to deal with in order to reach the stage of your life and the spiritual journey where you would need what you need to reach, like for example. And it's so good because it's also going to make you realize that you've got more resources than you actually need in order to move on. And that in itself is going to make you feel so good. It's going to bring you the high and very powerful transformational moment. Oh my Lord, this is all about your own transformation. This is all about your own rebirth that you are going to have throughout this week. And it's wicked, it's good, it's brilliant, because you will be part of the slightly different dimensions, part of the slightly different vortex of energy. And that in itself is going to make it all this rather magical, because you will not only see things from a slightly different angle, but you will be able to react it. So that's why, instead of like this ending, this certain stage is going to come to an end of your life, because you're going to start feeling something different towards different things, you see. And this is the key point, that if it happened like about 2 weeks ago, you'll be like, absolutely no, I'm so scared, I'm so paranoid. But now it is going to be this flip-flop of energy, which is going to make you feel rather vavavoommish, which is going to make you feel absolutely ecstatic. And this is because you will be able to regain the balance of the actual subconscious power and mind, which is at the same time going to help you to like extend the power of your mind, which is on another hand going to make this connection very strong, and it's bringing you the whole new harmony in. And this is why how you're going to be feeling all this like directions and the sense of push, basically, because it's literally coming to you from your own accomplishment. And this in itself is going to lead you towards the new direction, new beginning with unlimited possibilities, enthusiasm, and the beginning of something absolutely remarkable. It's actually going to take place here indeed. I really like it. And somebody, it's going to kind of like really surprise you. I really like it, and that is going to mean to you so much, because somebody is going to react around you in the way that they wouldn't normally react, and this is so good, because this is going to help you with your own breakthrough, and it's also going to help you to understand something about people and understand something about yourself. This is going to be a really important moment in time, because it's going to help you to also realize the certain materialistic gain and the certain like a kind of choice, the certain option that you will have and that you wouldn't normally have through this particular situation. The new promise is going to come through your own power. You just need to follow your own creation, your own creativity, and do not bring yourself down. The power of your mind is going to be super powerful, and that in itself is going to be the greatest moment ever. Not only it is just going to be like basically your powerful moment when it comes to your own kind of success, but it's also going to bring you a deep emotional feeling, and the deep emotional feeling, it's also gonna let you know that there are certain people in your life that you really need to reconnect with. It's so important. I'm not saying that you don't talk to people in your life, but there are a couple of people, there are certain people that you really need to reconnect to. It's important because they will enhance your own power, and you will also enhance their own power. They're meant to be in your life. And they're also, a couple of them are going to be rather important, because they will have some kind of idea that is going to come to you through them, but they know you really well. And this type of ideas can only come through people who knows us like better than we know ourselves, basically. So that's why I'm saying that this is like a really important moment in time. I really like it, my gorgeous Scorpiones, you know what I mean? Because you are going to release yourself. Something very important is going to happen to here. It's all coming to the actual balanced force and harmony, and most certainly successful combination and inspiration through the actual successful combination. It's also going to reveal something to you. You are gonna feel like, oh my God, like indecisive throughout this week. But my darling babies, my bambinis and my bambinas, that indecisive situation that you're gonna feel about, that is gonna be kind of like a worrying you and bringing you down, a little bit confusing you, it's actually going to change itself, and you are gonna make a decision, and this is gonna come with an element of surprise, but it's gonna be so good because that surprise is going to be directly connected to an amazing, powerful spiritual key, which is at the same time going to unlock the door that you wouldn't normally have unlocked, and that in itself is going to bring you the greatest moment of liberation out of the powerless situation that was bringing you down for the last 24 months. This is going to feel very fresh, this is going to feel very good, this is going to feel very optimistic, and this is going to feel very powerful. You will find yourself like just being led and guided by like an unknown forces, but it's not going to be like, oh my god, I'm guided by the unknown forces. No, but you're just going to kind of find yourself being attracted to certain things that you wouldn't, and it's also the power that you will have. It's going to be highly vibrational, so anything you start, it's going to be like a little bit of a tricky bitty. For example, if you want to talk to someone and you feel really nervous, you will have this energy, oh no, I don't want to talk to them, I feel nervous. Well, babies, this is it. You just knock on the spiritual door, and this is the knock moment again that you are going to have. Whatever you start, it's going to take you where you are meant to be taken. It's going to take you where you are meant to be. It's going to take you where you are meant to go. The power of realization is going to take you towards your own power of transformation, which is going to happen right now, and it is going to lead towards the absolutely an amazing rebirth of your life, my gorgeous Scorpionis, indeed. Okay, I'm just going to check your here we go. Okay, my tarot cards is mixed up as usual, as my life is. Mixed up as my life. no, I'm just joking. My life is not mixed up. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to like I'm gonna shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Scorpionis, and I will tell you that, you know, this is going to be important, that you're going to need to be really brave, because the certain spiritual bridge is going to be open to you. It's going to be available to you through your own braveries. Just be brave, be brave, be brave. Whatever you do, be brave. Through every single brave situation, you will discover something else. Not only you will do great, but you will discover something else that you need to discover that you wouldn't normally discover. This is this particular energy. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Bam, bam, bam. The Fool. You've got the Fool. This is absolutely remarkable. It confirms every single thing that I said so far. It's all about the beginning of an adventure, the beginning of something very important, the beginning of the whole new enthusiasm, initiative, unlimited possibilities. Your life is going to change, my gorgeous Scorpionis, and I'm so happy because you're going to get an obsession, a holy obsession, a powerful obsession, significant obsession, which is going to change your life. That obsession is at the same time going to make you realize how happy this makes you. It's going to bring you so much new it's going to bring you new initiative, strength, but also unlimited possibilities. So this vortex of energy is going to be absolutely perfect, and you are going to kind of rediscover your life, really, because of all this excitement that is going to come through this beginning of an adventure, indeed. Okay, so also when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Scorpionis, when it comes to your health, this is so important. Please, circulations. You know, I know the circulations in your leg, it's going to be quite sensitive, for example, and your stomach. So it's your stomach, your digestion, okay, and it's also going to be your leg circulation. So for the circulation for your legs, I would highly suggest you to get a flaxseed oil, and also your skin is going to be a little bit sensitive, your hair is going to be a little bit sensitive, skin, hair, nails. You see, all these things are going to be quite sensitive. So, and together with the circulation, the best thing to get for the skin and circulation would be flaxseed oil capsules. Flaxseed oil capsules or flaxseed oil. Oil is like oil, a bit difficult to take. Capsules, it's easier to take, but it needs to be organic. It needs to be natural. It needs to be without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. But it's important because it's going to help you with your skin, hair, and nails, and it's going to help you with your circulation circulation, and it's also at the same time going to boost your immune system, okay? And also friendly bacteria, like if you could get friendly bacteria from yogurt, I would never suggest like soya, because soya is not good. I said this millions of times, and at some point I'm going to make a video, I'm going to explain why soya is so bad for you. Like soya is ridiculously bad for everyone, for men in particular, for the men in particular, but in soya is just stay away from. But anyway, so basically just if you can get like a yogurt, like a friendly bacteria to yogurt or something like that, that would be quite brilliant as well at the same time. And also organic wheatgrass juice from New Zealand. This is what I recommended to you before, my babies, and I only require you to take this at around like on Monday and Saturday, or Monday and Sunday, or twice a week maybe. If you take it, it's going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system and rejuvenate you, and it's going to help you with the stomach as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, ooh la la, you're going to learn something very important about your partner, and this is going to surprise you, my gorgeous Scorpions. So for those of you that are in relationship, you're going to learn something really important about your partner. But it's good, but it's brilliant, very significant, and very, very powerful indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh la la, do you know, I like it, because you're going to hear very good news this week. And the good news that you are going to hear is going to be connected to your own satisfaction, accomplishment, and at the same time, there are a couple of social relationships that are going to take place. One of them is going to be like, ooh la la, warum person in your life later on. Okay, but this is just the beginning, my gorgeous Scorpionis. This is just the beginning, when you are going to be put in touch with this particular person who is going to change your life later on indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to, the next sign that I'm going to talk about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. My gorgeous Sagittarius, you know, it is just wow, wow, wow. You're also going to have an adjustment, a readjustment. You're also going to have the moment when you're going to think, you know what, I just basically had enough. And this is so important, because it is just karmically, now we are reaching the end of December 2019. You in particular, Sagittarini, you're very powerful at this moment in time. You're very strong, you're very enhanced, your energy is like a highly vibrational, highly powerful, because this is your time, this is your moment in time. The whole of December is the time when you have like very much so very powerful, like there is no tomorrow. This is going to provide you with a very strong power when it comes to your own strength. So therefore, that in itself is going to help you to realize the balance that you wouldn't normally realize. But that is also going to require from you to make a really sharp decision. This sharp decision that you're going to make, it's not going to be on the paper. You're not going to write it down. You're not going to do it physically, but you're going to do it here, my darlings. Okay, my bambinis and my bambinas, there is going to be an amazing actual opportunity, an amazing option realization that you are going to have, and that is going to start here, and that is going to be very important, because it is just going to connect you to the certain justice. As soon as you do this, the certain justice is going to take place, because it's something that's going to become evident to you, something that's going to become obvious to you after you make that decision. And you can only become aware of this once you reach this vortex of energy which is about to happen. And this is happening right now because of your own invocation when it comes to the actual clear focus that you're going to have. That is going to enhance your radiance, and on another hand, it's going to become the beginning of an unfoldment. And that is going to be the moment in time when it's going to activate yourself without you realizing. This is going to be a ridiculously powerful moment in time when it comes to your own manifestation, because of that very strong and powerful harmony. Also, I'm glad that annoying problem, annoying issue that just had to take a long time to kind of like unfold, develop, and reach the certain stage is coming to an end. And that is going to help you to feel so much better, and most certainly you are going to have a reason for celebration. I really like it because it's all about you feeling instinctively that it's time to move on, but also it is just going to be all about the synchronicity that is going to come through at the same time, and it's going to make you make sure that you pay attention to the certain stage. It's going to be quite tricky in your life to not to kind of overreact, because you will be tested a little bit, and not to stop it and finish it, because you just carry on, because something wonderful it's about to happen. But it's also going to confuse you this week in such a way, in such a sense, when you're going to kind of not see the end of the light of the end on the light of the tunnel. This is only going to last a week, and that after week it is all about the temperance. You see, patience, you seeing things from another angle, but also growing at the same time, and going through an ultimate last test that you are going to have here, which is going to make you make a very important decision. And also it's going to help you quite a lot, because the certain connection with the past, something is going to bounce back from the past, and it's going to remind you why you're not doing this, why you're not doing that. So it's important, because once you realize that something is missing, and unfinished business is at the same time going to make you realize what is missing in your life, why you're not doing it. And that in itself is going to be the missing puzzle, which is going to also help you to have a certain reflection on the certain, it's going to help you to make a certain decision and insight with a problem that was bringing you down, and that was kind of taking a lot from you, much more than you would normally think. It's absolutely brilliant. And on another hand, this is all about your practical knowledge. Do you know, my gorgeous Sagittarini, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you're actually going to have a very important moment when it comes to your own practicality and when it comes to your knowledge, okay? You will be tested, and you're going to do so great here, and something is going to unfold to you when it comes to your own practicality and when it comes to your own knowledge. But you really need to trust yourself, which you are, of course, and most certainly you will realize that you've got more resources than you need in order to make a certain change in your life, because this is going to happen, and it's going to unfold slightly earlier, which is absolutely brilliant. And it's also on one hand going to make you realize, it's good, because it is just all about your own accomplishment, recognition and honor that you will have. Someone is going to come through, someone is going to let you, the right person is going to come through and let you know about a certain honor, and that is just going to make you feel so good, on top of the world. And it's most certainly going to lead towards a really big and significant change. This is so good, because it's important to say it's about your own capability. Okay, it's about your own capability, and this is coming from a hard work. Success from a hard work is going to become very, very significant moment in time now, and it's going to help you a lot, because it's just like to do with like a hard work, success from a hard work, admiration from others, but most certainly it is just going to provide with an option that you wouldn't have normally when it comes to the certain luxury, when it comes to security, when it comes to the power. This is going to be brilliant, and it's going to help you to relax a little bit with a certain worrying, but most certainly it is going to make you bring you an overwhelming emotion indeed. I like it, because it's all about the enthusiasm, a new option with also like so many things that are going to be attached to it, which is going to lead on towards a really huge unfoldment. And December 2020, it's going to be the continuation of what is actually going to start here. This is going to be big, this is going to be huge, this is going to be massive. You just need to trust your own instinct, and they're not going to lead you astray. Indeed, most certainly they will actually bring you and push you towards your own rebirth, which is going to bring your own amazing unfoldment. And that unfoldment is all going to be about the outcome and advancement that you are going to have, conclusion, and the actual approaching the end of the problem. It's brilliant, because it's going to bring an unexpected event towards the end of the week. But it's going to be good. It's going to make you feel really happy, because you will know something is coming to an end. And you will want this. You will feel excited about this because the certain person, horrible person who is controlling, who is the part of this negative dimension, negative energy, is also connected to this. And that person is a very bad, it's like a very toxic person. That person is also coming to an end with this situation. It's brilliant, it's brilliant, it's brilliant. And that in itself is going to cause a very important stage and moment when it comes to your home, happiness, joy, pleasure. A big change is going to take place and peace is coming through, because the problem when it comes to home, immediate environment, something that was bringing you down, something that was really driving you nuts, something that was making you really unhappy, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just all about timing. So that is coming to an end, and this is going to happen at the same time, which is just going to provide you with a wonderful Vavavumish moment in time. It's going to bring you the whole new obsession. That is going to bring you the turning point, and in itself it's going to be very important because it's all about the beginning of something very special, enthusiasm, initiative, something new to do with like a new learning process. New learning process is the key, is the secret. Go for it, because that is going to bring you absolute life-changing moment, not only about the great determination, initiative, strength, activity, power, success, prosperity, and deep emotional feeling. Something very important is going to take place this week. And also by the end of this week, just remember, you will be tricked into a situation and you're going to think that you don't have experience, or that you are like don't know what to do, and you will have a bit of a bitter taste in your mouth. Just remember, this is very important for you to remember, that you will be tested. You will be around the person who makes you feel like really uncomfortable. Just remember, you need to be brave. You're going to do absolutely great. Okay, I'm telling you a little secret, my gorgeous Sagittarians. You will be tested at around the end of this week, and you are going to do absolutely great. You're going to be super powerful, and you are actually going to find out something very, very beautiful and very powerful and very significant about yourself and about your skills, and that is going to give you another idea as well when it comes to you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what is actually the tarot card of the week for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. What is the tarot card of the week? Of course, Four of Cups. Okay, you see this? This is so important because it's just like it is all about the rediscovery, and it is all about the harmony, you know. And once this harmony come through this week, you will see what was missing in your life. Maybe you were like ignoring certain people. You know, it's a lot to do with emotions. You know, you need to be returned to the certain part of your life when it comes to your emotions. You know, you need to revisit something. There's certain people that are missing. There's certain people that need to be there. No, I'm not saying that they need to be there, but maybe you were working a lot, maybe you were focusing on things in life a lot, you know, certain problems, you know, maybe it like kind of pushed you away from the certain people. But you need to see which people are meant to be in your life, because they're very important reconnections that you are going to be the part of. And these reconnections are so strong and so important, but they are on you to realize and pick out which reconnections you should be paying attention to, because some of them, there are four of them actually, four very important people that you need to reconnect with. And these people are also going to be so important, so significant, because they are going to be the part of your changes later on, and they are about to return into your life. I'm not saying that these are people like who you haven't seen in a long time, but I'm just saying maybe you didn't spend as much time with them, maybe you didn't see them enough, maybe you were drifted apart from each other, you know, it all depends. But most certainly, you know, these people are also going to be very important when it comes to the certain idea, but they will help you so much, and they're going to be missing link in between this, your life, and the reflection, which is going to bring a mind-blowing, life-changing realization. Okay, on another hand, you know, you are reaching a very important stage of your life when it comes to your own success, basically material attainment, you know, and that is going to make you realize that you're actually on an advanced level, and that is just going to also be very good, a very important moment in time when it comes to your own victory. You will have an important negotiation as well. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, you know, you just need to make sure that you are sleeping correctly, because your back is going to be sensitive in general. So try to not to carry heavy things, you know, try to sit in the right way, try to relax while you're sitting, try to do certain exercises if you can when it comes to your back. But also on another hand, it's like cold and flu symptoms that are going to be very strong. So it's like your throat that is going to quite sensitive. Cold and flu, I would highly suggest you, of course, organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is very important. I said to you millions of times, and this is the vitamin C that I highly recommend. So, sorry, organic acerola cherry powder. You take 1 liter glass of water, 1 teaspoon every single morning. You take this, and this is going to help to replenish vitamin C levels, and it's going to help you with your sore throat, cold, flu, and it's going to rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow as well. And on another hand, what I also highly suggest it would be to take a flaxseed oil capsules or in the actual oil. It's up to you, but it needs to be organic, it needs to be natural, and this is going to be something that is going to help you quite a lot to boost your immune system, but it's also at the same time going to help you with your skin and the circulation and, you know, your back, you know, for example, you know, skin circulations and things like that is going to be so important, and it's going to help you with an overall, you know, body in general. But also when it comes to your back, you know, sensitive back, make sure that you are doing relevant exercises, and also try to sleep on a side perhaps, and try to have a pillow in between your legs while you're sleeping as well, because that is going to help you to relax the lower part of your body in a completely different way, because if you don't do this, you wouldn't relax this lower part of your body at all. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether you can take this, whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now for those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, I think it's gonna be like a little bit touchy, feely in between you and your partner. Just nothing is gonna be like horrible or anything like that. But if you can avoid each other from having a conflict this week, it would be fantastic. Like if you could I think that you're both going to be under a certain stress. So some certain things are going to be like magnified, you know, like something little is going to be like, nah, you know. So basically just this week, it's going to be like a little bit of like a stress in between you two, but nothing to do with you two. It's just to do with outside events, I think. And this is what it is. The best thing to break through in the situations like this, it's actually to do something unusual, or to buy something to your partner. Don't argue or anything like that, or take them somewhere, surprise them, because surprise is very good to break through, because it helps you to get to the other side of this dimension, this energy, which is rather powerful, and helps you to kind of reflect on things in a different way. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, I like it, because there is someone very important about to enter your life. Yeah, somebody very important, very significant, with a ridiculously powerful reputation. Watch this space, my gorgeous Sagittarians, watch this space. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricornius. Okay, Capricornius, coffee, before I do you. Okay, coffee. Coffee, sorry about that. I hope you can't hear me swallowing seriously. Okay, Capricornius. Okay. Okay. Now, do you know what? I just, you know, this is it now. It's all about the actual gain that you are going to have, advancement that you are going to become aware of at the beginning of this week. This is something that you were hoping for, something that you were expected, but my babies, but this is all going to come, this is all going to happen to the completely different dimension, which means that you are going to find yourself on a rather advanced, on a rather advanced level, okay? And this advanced level that you, oh gosh, I've got the cocos hair everywhere. Okay, doesn't matter. And just realize. Doesn't matter. That advanced level that you're going to find yourself at is also going to be so good, because it's about you're going to find yourself being closer to the certain desires. So this is having a few different dimensions. This is going to have a few different levels that are going to impact your life in a different way. Jesus. you see that are going to impact your life in a very strong way, because it is going not only leading towards your own advancement, but you will be provided with an option that you wouldn't normally have. This is so good, because it's about the desires, as I said, is what you expected, but this is going to bring you in something else, something new, something else that it's going to become the food for thoughts. But it's going to be food for thought, but way more than that, because this is where your new power is going to start manifesting itself already, and that is going to be the beginning of your own radiance indeed. That is going to be followed by you feeling like a rather vavavumish when it comes to an ecstatic feeling that you didn't feel in a long time, and that in itself is also going to be a very important moment in time for you to remember. Just be very responsible and be very creative. Be very responsible and be very creative. Be very responsible and be very creative, because this is going to reveal something absolutely remarkable when it comes to you. On another hand, you will be tested. Someone will get on your nerves. Someone will get on your tits. Is this how they say in the UK? Someone will be getting on your tits. No, sorry. Someone will, I never swear, sorry. Someone will get on your nerves, okay? And you will have a bit of a karma mama. Karma mama, it's an important situation, because karma mama is going to be good to you, but at the same time, karma mama is going to be testing you, because karma mama is the situation that is coming through someone who is nice, who is brilliant, who is beautiful, who is so gorgeous, who is so nice, who is like very compassionate in so many different ways to you. They never did something bad to you, but there is still going to come test through that person, okay? And test is entirely up to you. It's entirely on you, because you've got it inside you. Everything you need in order to deal with this test, you've got inside you. So you're going to be tested in a certain way, and all you need to do is just basically be compassionate, but something is going to happen that is going to be rather challenging, and it's nothing going to happen to that person, but nothing is going to be to do with that particular person, coming from that person, if you know what I mean. But that really nice and beautiful, compassionate person is going to be connected to it, and this situation is going to arise from her, and you will be tested at the same time. All you need to do is to be compassionate, and try to rise above the situation, okay? Because there is something absolutely remarkable going to be waiting for you here as well, and really beautiful adventure that is going to come through this, and that is actually going to happen through that particular situation. You just have to trust yourself, because what is going to happen, the certain truth, it's going to be revealed to you. The certain truth is going to be revealed to you at around the end of this week, and that truth that is going to be revealed to you, it's also going to confirm something to you, that you can trust to the certain person, you can trust to the certain progress, you can trust to the certain option, with love and with embracing change to the best of your abilities indeed, because that is going to lead towards your own happiness. So don't try to be confused with a certain change, which is just going to bring the situation that you don't feel comfortable with because of uncertainties. That, my babies, my bambinis and my bambinas, is going to be a big moment, because it's going to not only bring and highlight the challenging situation, but it's going to make you to make a certain decision, which is at the same time going to become your turning point. Absolutely fantastic moment in time, and also this is gonna be so good, because it is also gonna at the same time rejuvenate you. A lot of energy that you are going to feel, and that particular energy that you are going to feel, it's all going to illuminate you in such a way where you will be able to like kind of find the strength where you didn't have, find an energy that you didn't have, find the power that you didn't have, because this is truly going to come through your own illumination. You're reaching a very important stage which is going to sharpen up your focus, and it's going to really highlight the certain opportunity and change that is going to take a place at around the end of this week. It's coming through your own focus, but most certainly, my babies, it's to do with you going forward, with you moving forward in your life with a great determination, strength and power. This is all about the overwhelming emotion and most certainly turning point through your own challenge, but also this is all coming from the actual your own progress when it comes to your life, when it comes to your direction, when it comes to things that you have been doing and focusing on, especially things that didn't have progress. Now this is going to take place and it's going to be absolutely remarkable. It's going to be brilliant, and it's going to bring you the whole new determination. It's going to make you feel very strong and powerful indeed. Also, there is going to be the feeling of the actual ready for anything. I really like how you're going to feel like you're ready for anything, and this is so important because that feeling, it's in itself as well. It's going to motivate you and it's going to make you feel very strong when it comes to the actual new direction which is going to be unfolded for you. And this, it's going to require from you to make a decision. Need to be made by the end of this week. Not that it needs to be made, but it will be made. This is going to be a very good moment in time because at the same time you are going to surprise yourself, but that is going to be the moment which is going to help you to shift yourself. You are going to shift yourself this week, by the end of this week, and this shift is very powerful, it's very strong, and most certainly it's going to help you to emerge in a completely different way. And therefore, very big moment is going to happen because you will know that it's time to change things. You will know that it's time to move on. And also, most certainly, confusing moment in time, it's going to become a rather sharp point for you here. And it's going to help you to make a certain future planning. And that is going to take over because it's going to become a rather superb and relevant part of your life, which is going to become the more enhanced and illuminated than anything else so far, because it's purely coming through your own accomplishment and direction. And the time that was very like that you felt very powerless, now it's about to have a flip-flop moment, and it's most certainly going to become a highly illuminated stage. And it's going to liberate you at the same time. Beautiful feeling of happiness and excitement you're actually going to have, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say is just basically for those of what else I was going to say, yes, important. It is just all about going forward, okay, going forward, and there is going to be the situation when you're going to kind of like really come across where you will kind of feel, oh my god, I can't do it anymore. Just don't overreact. You need a day or two and you will be absolutely fine, because I know that there are a few tests that you are going to have, and these tests are going to confuse you at the same time. So that's why I'm just saying stay true to yourself, because that in itself is going to help you to reach a very important stage in your life when it comes to you making realizing this continuous of effort. There's a certain stage of your life it's coming to an end, and this is to do with the previous plans, and this is to do with something that was going on in your life in the last 9 months. There is no point to kind of get hold to something that it's not working, certain effort that is not meant to be there. You will know what this is. You will know, because at the same time this is going to be a growth, very important growth moment when it comes to yourself, because it's also going to lead towards your own success. It's going to help you to make a decision that is very important, very significant, and it's at the same time going to become the greatest awakening when it comes to you, because it's going to be, you're going to make a wise decision. You will have a serene knowledge that is going to help you to live your life to its fullest, and it's also going to help you to change your life and be happy and not to be restrained, like a less work, more success type of thing. The balance is going to be really good, and it's going to reflect on your own rejuvenation. Very, very powerful moment in time indeed. My gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to shuffle these cards. And I'm going to see, King of Coins. You see, very, very important. You know, a certain person who is very, very successful, very important, very significant in your life. It's going to have an amazing message for you. Okay, amazing advice for you. This is going to be the time of your rebirth. Very important moment, very important stage, and also at the same time, it's going to help you to realize a certain potential about yourself that you wouldn't normally realize. This is going to come through this particular person. This is someone very clever, very smart, very capable, very important, but at the same time, this person is going to be directly responsible for you realizing certain potential about yourself. So it's inspiration coming through the right person, certain idea as well. Something is going to be confirmed to you indeed. Okay, so Capricornians, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to your health, your throat, when it comes to your health, your throat is very sensitive. Please, please, please make sure that you are taking organic acerola cherry powder. I mentioned this millions of times to boost your immune system, okay? Organic acerola cherry powder contains a whopping amount of vitamin C, and you take this in a glass of water, teaspoon, mix it up and drink it every single morning. That is going to help you to rejuvenate yourself. It's going to help you with the cold, flu, and also, if you do have a sore throat, then please just take like a little bit of water, organic tea tree oil, 3 or 4 drops of organic tea tree oil, then gargle, don't drink it, but gargle this water like that for a while, and then you do this every day, and it's gonna do you so well when it comes to your sore throat. There is no need to take stupid chemicals. There is no need to go to take all those unnecessary chemicals when it comes to cold and flu, because these natural things are going to do even way better work indeed. Okay, so this is something that I will highly recommend you, like organic tea tree oil and organic acerola cherry powder. And also, I would highly recommend you to get something like echinacea, herb called echinacea. But echinacea, you take it in a tincture, a little glass of water, you take a little bit of tincture. I prefer tincture because it gets into the bloodstream much quicker indeed, okay? And you take this for like about 6 weeks, then for 2 weeks you stop, then you take for 6 weeks again, and then you take a longer break. You don't take this for a long time because these are herbs, these are natural, then your body will get used to them, there wouldn't be any effect. So this is something I highly recommend you to get echinacea. If you can't get herb called echinacea to boost your immune system by increasing the white cells count, this is how it works, then at least organic acerola cherry powder would be like a must. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor, check with your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are in relationship, very important when it comes to money, very important when it comes to success, very important when it comes to your personal power, money, wealth, okay? Reorganization is going to be needed, of course, but that doesn't matter. The bottom line is that the actual money and results of your efforts as a couple are nearly due. So therefore, you will be provided with a certain opportunity here. Watch this space. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, listen, run, fly, run as fast as you can, sorry. This week somebody really not really nice is going to be around you, and this is a naughty person, and I don't like them. Somebody who is using people horrible. I think that you will be able to sense this person because you're very intuitive, you're very psychic, okay, because you're Capricornian, so you've got this deepness about you, so you can manipulate this energy in such a way where you can sense people around you so much, and I think you will sense this. So somebody very much so who is using people, who is horrible, it's going to be around you. So just to warn you that most certainly this is not going to be the right person to actually go for or to have a relationship with. Well, I hope you wouldn't, but it's just not a really good person. But what is there for you? There's a certain lesson that you will learn. It sounds weird, but you will see there's a certain lesson that you're going to learn through this, okay? But it's just a bit of a word of a warning, you know? Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful Aquarius. Aquarius, when the moon is in the 7th house, and Jupiter aligns with Aquamarini. Your passion is about to be discovered. You are going to surprise yourself and everybody around you. You are going to just kind of have a flip-flop moment, this week. My gorgeous Aquamarinis, I know my silly singings, I know, but this singing had something very specific in there because you're in for a change, but you're also going to surprise yourself. You're going to have a very strong and sharp flip-flop moment. You're reaching a very important stage when you will be like, okay, I'm just going to do this. This is so much to do with what was in your mind for the last 12 months, It goes back to for the last 24 months when you had the first thoughts about a certain vision or certain vision quest, and that in itself, it's going to become such an important part of your life this week, because what is going to happen, you're going to have a bit of a shaky momenty, and it's just a kind of going to become your wake-up call. Nothing scary or anything like that, but it's just going to become, you're going to become aware of the fact that you need to kind of hurry up with certain things in your life. You need to do them. You need to make them, because there were certain things that you didn't kind of pay attention to, and you didn't give enough energy, and you didn't give enough direction, you didn't give enough power to, that you actually should have. But that's nothing unusual, because like I suppose you were focusing on other things. There were lots of other things that were going on in Aquamarini's lives indeed, but most certainly this is going to require your attention. There are a couple of things in particular that you're really going to kind of like you're really going to have to you put your energy into indeed. And it's very important that you kind of like come to terms with yourself this week, that this is what is going to happen. You don't need to make any changes, as I don't think that you're going to make any kind of like evident changes this week, but it's all about the power of your mind, and it's all about this realization. And when you get this right at the right moment in time, while you're going through the right dimension, while you're part of this particular direction, you're also at the same time going to have your radiance absolutely superbly enhanced, which is going to give you clear focus, but also most importantly clear focus towards what is actually coming to the very, very important stage of your life, when you need to be a little bit shaky, a bitty, a little bit, when it comes to you paying attention to the certain wake up call, almost as if like this happens when we are like kind of going through different situations, going through different dimensions in our life, and then there is still, we are reaching a very important stage about our spiritual journey, but the biggest kind of moment, it's not going to unfold and happen when it comes to our own activation, our own focus, until we deal with the particular issues, two of them, which are karmically going to become very heavy and very important for you to deal with. So on one hand, you will release yourself. On another hand, you will do something really good, and then again that is going to bring you the realization that you wouldn't normally have about the overwhelming emotion, and that in itself, it's going to become a challenging moment in time, because the whole new path, the whole new dimension, the whole new beginning, it's actually going to happen to you, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, at around the end of this week indeed. I'm so happy, because it's so much to do with the time of your life that was on a standstill, it stopped. But no, baby, no. Sometimes you don't forget about certain things, it's to do with the unfinished business, unfinished things in the past. But sometimes, we just want to ignore and just carry on, or we have so much to do that we don't pay attention to these things and we forget. But those that are important and very relevant to our spiritual journey are going to return into our life as an unfinished business, which is at this moment in time, at this stage, it is going to have a rather fantastic, woomish moment in time for you, because it's going to liberate you. It's going to be like from the powerless situation, oh God, powerless, stress and this and that. It's going to liberate you. And once you're liberated, at around the end of this week, you will realize also how much this was taking away from you and how much this was actually affecting you. And this is so good, because it's immediately going to give you something to look forward to. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself. You're going to make a rather important decision, but also it is going to be about the change and potential and success that at the same time you're going to realize that you wouldn't realize if you didn't deal with this particular situation and this moment in time. Do you know, Aquamarinis, I like this so much because this week it's actually going to really affect you pretty much so quite a lot. Again, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because not only you will realize your own success potential that is going to take you and push you on a rather high level, and where you're going to be able to kind of sit rather high on your own throne, which is on another hand going to give you an eagle eye realization about yourself. And there is something very, very important that you will realize as well, certain change that is just kind of going to make you think, God, I can't believe I didn't do this before. It is about your own potential that is calling you, that is becoming the part of your journey, that is becoming the part of your energy, that is becoming the part of your power, your dimension. It's going to require your energy, because this is an important stage which is just going which is bringing you a new promise, power, creativity, and also it's going to be connected to purely you having a fantastic unfoldment of your life. Of course, that you're actually going to be having a hermit moment. You know why? You're going to have a hermit moment as well, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, and you're going to be like, oh my Lord. And you know, I told you about millions of times. I know I repeat myself sometimes, but it's very important to make sure that people understand that a hermit moment, it's not like, oh yeah, hermit moment, I'm going to be by myself, you know, yeah. No, baby, no. It's very, very powerful, very strong, very significant, the reconnection with our spirit guides, our guardian angel. We are parts of all sorts of dimensions that are making us super clever, super smart. If you live like 5 lives, you know, all the 5 lives are going to be part of that dimension. Yeah, exactly. If you live like 10 lives, you know, 10 past lives. If you're a very old spirit, you know, you're going to have all 10 lives, you know, 10 spirits around you echoing and trying to make sure that you understand that a very big moment in time it's about to happen when it comes to your own spiritual unfoldment. And that hermit moment is also going to happen, and it's going to make you super powerful, and it's going to kind of be connected when it comes to you and the future planning, enterprise, future planning, new direction, new vision, new unfoldment, new power, new radiance, something that you already started, but it's going on a whole mamma mia level, like there is no tomorrow, and it's leading towards your own personal rebirth, and you are going to have a mind-blowing feeling and emotion, you know, something that you were like a self-denying, maybe you were hoping your stage, and maybe it's not going to turn out like that, on this and that. No, baby, no. Something that you were self-denial, it's also going to come to the service, and it's going to require from you to kind of like put a candle out or light it, you know, but do something about it, because the necessary changes, adjustment and readjustment is going to be needed in order to get a certain harmony, and that harmony is going to reflect on you, and it's going to help you to become rather smart, very, very clever and very wise. And that in itself, it's also going to pinpoint something to you, like when it comes to the certain restraining situation, you're frequently to restrain and you're not even realizing. Time to release yourself, my gorgeous Aquamarine, so you can fly. You need to allow yourself to fly. This is your moment. You're coming out of your cocoon, indeed. So by the time we get to 2020, you'll be like, hello, beautiful blue butterfly, indeed. So this hermit moment, it's going to be connected to you thinking about something, because you're what is going to trigger it and invite this, it's the actual power of your mind when it comes to you focusing like on your future planning. And it's so good, and it's purely coming from the fact that you're liberating out of the actual powerless situation. And this is what's going to happen. Your illuminating moment, your hermit, it's actually going to make you realize, and it's going to remind you and refresh you about a certain change, potential and adventure. And most certainly it's about taking risk. This hermit moment, it's going to make you realize, it's going to allow you to know, it's going to confirm to you that you are about to take a certain risk, but this risk that you're going to take, it's going to be good, it's going to be powerful, it's going to be very significant indeed, and it's at the same time going to become your wake-up call, because it's going to become it's going to bring you blessings, it's going to become the beginning of an adventure. But most certainly that taking risk is going to reveal the whole new option, the whole new potential, the whole new enlightenment, which is is about to become a gateway towards an absolutely amazing miracle when it comes to your life, because it's just all about basically the shortcut to the opportunity that you wouldn't think that it would happen so far. And this is when things this is when things are going to get really interesting, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous aquamarinis. This is absolutely fantastic and it's brilliant, and I'm very, very, very happy for you indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous aquamarinis, you know, it's like a basically very, very important change when it comes to home. You know, something is going to take place, certain change is going to start happening, but it's going to be very slow. It's going to be very like almost invisible. So it's going to be on you kind of like to try to make a certain adjustment, readjustment, and unnecessary changes. Something is going to require your own energy, but it's going to be kind of needed from you to make this balance very forceful and harmonious. It's going to require from you to pinpoint what needs certain changes, and that, my babies, is going to lead towards something very special when it comes to your satisfaction and accomplishment. And also certain relationships in your life are also going to make sense, and an important advice to somebody very special. It's again going to help you to pinpoint a certain problem that is going to be much bigger than what it actually seems, but it's also going to help you to finish it, avoid it, and avoid something that could have happened in the future. You know, maybe you are about to kind of like go through a certain stage of your life, certain journey, but you're just going to need to kind of be pulled back. So this is what somebody very important in your life is going to be able to tell you, to let you know, to make sure you understand, because the people who love you, who really understand you, who mean the world to you, and the other way around, are also able to get you to your own energy and are able to understand certain things about you, and they are meant to be there to do just like that, because they are connected to that vision quest that is going to be absolutely remarkable and very significant later on. Okay, now what else I was going to say, my gorgeous aquamarinis? Do you know what I'm going to do now? Oh my gosh, where are my tarot cards? Oh, here. Of course they're here. My gorgeous aquamarinis, what else I was going to say is just basically it's brilliant. You know, it's a very good for you to understand that this is just going to be like a basic, like a Wheel of Fortune moment that you are going to have. And also you will have 27th of December. It's going to be quite important for you. You know, 27th. You see, I went on the 27th. This is until the 22nd, but the 27th is going to be quite important for you when it comes to you, my gorgeous aquamarinis, because something very significant is going to happen to you, and this is going to be a turning point. An unexpected situation is going to bring something else, and that is going to be so good because it's all to do with your destiny, fortune, fate, outcome, most certainly advancement for the better, and it's a lot to do with the conclusion and an annoying problem that is also at the same time going to come to an end. It's wonderful because it's just going to literally change your life, give you energy where you didn't have, give you power when you didn't have, you know, give you big smile where you didn't have a smile. You know, it's brilliant. 6 of Swords you have here, you see. It is all about the power that you will have that you're not even realizing, you know. It is just few things that you're going to be that are actually going to be happening here, but it's about you making sure that you understand that the tact is necessary to maintain you know, peace. Tact is necessary, and it's also very important for you to understand that this is all about the actual balance, force, and harmony that you are going to have. You are going to be more powerful than you believe. You know, you're going to be more powerful this week. Very wise, very strong, very significant, and a certain option that is going to travel towards you is going to be rather hidden. But just make sure to understand this is the week of changes, and at the same time, it is just basically you need to make sure that you are karmically doing things correctly. And if somebody comes along, and if somebody like kind of is horrible to you or something like that, rise above the situation, because karmically this is going to be a very strong week, so you don't want to get things wrong. You are going through your own transformation. This is what you're having, look. This is what you're having, Aquamarini. Transformation. Remember, blue butterfly, blue and yellow, powerful, strong, new, refreshing, okay, new stage, new journey, new option, you know, strength is going to be there where you felt weakness before. Very, very good, my gorgeous aquamarine, is very, very good indeed. Okay, when it comes to you thinking about your, you know, wondering about your health, please just make sure, so important, so important. I told you this before, but it's a bit of a stress that you're going to go through. A lot is going to be happening. It's like a B vitamins, natural B vitamins. Make sure that you're taking natural B vitamins, and this is going to help you quite a lot actually, because it's going to on one hand help you with your digestion, which is going to be quite sensitive, and on another hand it's also going to help you with like a little bit of a stress. You know, it's going to be brilliant, but you just need to make sure that you take a natural B vitamins, and also vitamin C, organic acerola cherry powder every single morning. I need you to take one like teaspoon with a little bit of water and drink it on an empty stomach. Very, very, very important, because it's going to help you to rejuvenate yourself. Okay, and also on another hand, what else I was going to say, vitamin D, very important, vitamin D and calcium. Okay, so whether you can take this in a natural supplements, fantastic. If you can provide yourself with a nice sunshine, okay, outside, that's brilliant. But if you can't, then try to make sure that you get natural vitamin D and calcium as well. Very important indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so for those of you that are in relationship, like I think that your partner needs to be a little bit careful, because your partner, there is somebody really naughty going to be around your partner, you know, and I don't like that, because there is like some kind of hidden enemy going to be around your partner, and you will kind of realize this, you will know this, and I think it's going to surprise you a little bit, but most certainly your partner may not be completely surprised. The bottom line is, try to keep certain things to yourself. Try to rise above the situation. Don't talk about your finances or your feelings, you know, because this hidden enemy that you are going to have, it's also kind of like maybe it's not like directly necessarily like completely against you, but there is a lot going in that person's lives that is kind of, they're maybe taking certain things out on you. So that taking certain things out on them, out on your partner, basically. Sorry. So just basically make sure that you say to your partner to not start any big deals, any negotiations, anything new to start, or don't talk about personal things, you know, because there is a little bit of a snaky and a grassy that your partner is going to have this week. It's not going to affect your partner in any way, but it's just for the protection and realization. This is karmically an important moment, so your partner is also going to be affected at the same time. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, you see, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you know, it's brilliant, because there is someone really beautiful about to walk into your life. I like it. This is gonna be an important moment when you're gonna be surrounded by other people, my gorgeous aquamarinis, and they're gonna be of elements of surprise, new energy, new people, which means that you're gonna be surrounded by the new group of people, maybe perhaps in the area or the place where you wouldn't find yourself normally, or you didn't plan. Something is going to be unplanned, but most certainly beautiful person is going to become the part of the scenario. My gorgeous aquamarine is stranger in the night. Not just yet, but this is going to be the beginning of something really important, an important stage from somebody really beautiful and very special and very powerful in many ways. Watch this space, my gorgeous aquamarinis. Watch this space. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Piscelini. Do you know what? It is just such a good moment that you're going to have. The beginning of the week is going to be a bit weird. The beginning of the week is going to be a little bit strange. You're going to feel like a little bit like maybe like you haven't got enough energy, but don't let this energy trick you, yeah? The first couple of days you're going to feel like, oh God, there is something is going to be rather heavy, something is going to be rather bizarre, something is going to be rather strange. Let me tell you something. The first 2 days of this week, you will be walking through the cortex of energy, which is just going to be unbelievably strong, which is going to reflect you on your situation so much. And this is why these 2 days, the first couple of days this week, are going to be very deep when it comes to you, because it's going to help you to illuminate your own situation, and that in itself is going to help you to reflect on the parts of your lives that you wouldn't normally reflect. There is going to be the surprise there for you. The first couple of days you're going to be rather surprised, my gorgeous Pisceans, because suddenly something is going to kind of bounce back from the past. But this is really good, because this past situation, it's also going to be the answer to you. It is going to be the key. It is going to be an integral part of you coming across the terms with something and making sure that you realize that that particular thing from the past is going to be the key, not only for you to kind of make a necessary adjustment, but it's just going to make you realize that it's time to move on from the certain stage of your life. But this is only going to be the beginning of the power of your mind, the beginning of this idea, the beginning of this particular stage that it's going to take place, and it's going to become a relevant part of your life. And I can't stress enough how important this is going to be, because at the same time you're spiritually going to plant an important, absolutely powerful seed, which is going to take place in May 2020. May 2020 is going to be directly connected to this situation that you're going to have here, and you're going to be driven by doing this. You're going to start something, you're going to begin something, you're going to plant a little seed without you even realizing. It's absolutely brilliant indeed, and I'm so happy for you. On another hand, these 2 days, the only reason why you're going to feel like a little bit bizarre when it comes to these 2 days, it's almost because also you will be having your very special and very powerful hermit moment. And this is the hermit moment that I was talking about before. It's so good because at the same time it's going to make you feel really strange, but on another hand it's going to be testing your own waters. So you will find yourself being attracted to strange things, to bizarre things, but it's so good because you will be kind of like testing things and feeling things and going through things in a completely different way. And this is what this powerful hermit moment, very sacred hermit moment that you are going to have over these 2 days. It's going to enhance your strength when it comes to the power of your mind. You will be dreaming a lot, you will be sleeping a lot, but this dreaming and sleeping will be absolutely remarkable when it comes to your own power, because it's going to bring so many spirits and angels and realizations. So therefore you will be you'll be connected to all sorts of opportunities and things that you wouldn't normally be connected to. And this is when the things are going to become very, very interesting for you, my gorgeous Pisceans, because that is going to make you feel very determined towards the new stage. There's a very important option that is going to become a very strong point of your life when it comes to the certain security and power. It's coming through your own happiness and transformation, through the stage of your life that is about to become relevant and very attractive to you. And it's going to come as in form of opportunity right at the end of this week as well. But the end of this week there is an opportunity that you are going to have, and that opportunity is instinctively going to become so important to you, but you will know that it's a challenging situation going to be attached to it, which is going to be rather adventurous. It's going to require from you to be rather adventurous and change your ways, change your styles, change your journey. Time to change. It's so important. It's great to keep to keep certain security and power. It's great to keep going, but also at the same time just remember that it's very important to be as open-minded as you can, and you will have your moment this week, and this is going to be an integral part of your changes, that the rebirth, it's about to happen, an unfoldment, it's about to happen. It's going to give you a clear focus, and most certainly by the end of this week there is going to be a wonderful determination, initiative and strength that you are going to feel. At the same time, this is all coming through your own accomplishment, accomplishment, and most certainly it's just going to be all about the security and power that is going to lead towards the biggest change. And that in itself is going to be absolutely wonderful, because it's also going to help you to live your life, to be happy and to be flexible in your life where you haven't been flexible so far. You're reaching an important stage and a point when you were trying and doing and trying and doing and trying and doing and trying and doing, and it didn't give you desired effect. It didn't give you the desired power. You didn't maybe go as far as you could have gone, as fast as if you could have gone. For now, my gorgeous Pisceans, you are about to get your golden, gorgeous ticket at around the end of this week, and that is such a good moment in time, because it's just going to be so something is going to be, you will be protected. You will be protected with your own freedom. You will be protected with your own power, which means that basically you just need to follow your bliss, and that bliss that you're going to follow, it's at the same time going to become an integral part of your spiritual journey when it comes to your own recognition, when it comes to deep concentration and study, when it comes to worldly power, when it comes to your own accomplishment. And most certainly, the turning point and overwhelming emotions are going to take place. There is no doubt about it. There is also going to be the fantastic accomplishment, my gorgeous Pisceans, a fantastic accomplishment about yourself. That accomplishment, it's not only, oh yeah, great accomplishment. No, baby. One accomplishment is going to say, hello, there is another one you need to pay attention to now. I'm done. You go and pay attention to another accomplishment. And that is going to be the moment when you will realize some kind of devotion. You're going to realize that you're meant to be part of something. You're going to realize that you're meant to be part of the certain spiritual journey that you were feeling so creative about not that long ago, but something slowed you down because you thought that the most important things are going to take place. Most important things are more important than this. No, baby, no. You're about to discover the certain part of yourself that is missing, that you are meant to take and become, that is meant to become an integral part of your spiritual journey. And when something is meant to become an integral part of our spiritual journey, it comes back as like basically something that we started a long time ago, and something that made us feel really, really happy, really good, really great. But then again, we were taken away, with the storm, summer completely different, which provided you with an unfoldment. But now it's time to pay attention to this return. This is going to be so good, because it's also going to make you feel, oh my God, but it's also going to give you food for thoughts, and it's going to immediately help you to react in a slightly different way. And that is going to be spiritually important moment in time, because you will know that you're spiritually growing, because now you will respond to this in a slightly different way. And this, you will know, my gorgeous Bambinas and my Bambinas, is going to bring you the whole new promise, energy, new direction, invocation, and also, a bit of an indecisive, maybe, oh God, I'm indecisive, but most certainly you will make a decision, and that decision is also going to be the greatest awakening of you, because immediately it's going to make you feel so good, so optimistic, and it's going to give you power and vavumish feeling where you wouldn't have it normally. And that, my babies, is going to be the greatest moment in time, because it's not only about the new passion that you are going to have, but it's all about the beginning of a very important adventure, enthusiasm, initiative, something new is going to take place, new school, new job, bad is going to be connected to so many things, so much that is going to bring into your life, and that in itself is going to become absolutely integral part of your spiritual journey. It's going to be like, ooh la la, heureka moment, like oh my God, I can't believe I didn't do this before. This is why, because it's all about your own practicality and practical knowledge. And also, let me tell you something, you're going to be surprised with your own success, Pisceans. There is going to be the negotiation that is going to take place this week, and this negotiation is going to be absolutely remarkable. It's going to be brilliant, and it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, and also if you do need to make negotiations, if you do need to start something big, if you do need to start something really important, some kind of signature, just go for it, because this week it's going to be, the energy is going to be just perfect. You are going to be part of the tricky situation. You will be tricked into some kind of situation, and just remember to be responsible and creative. Be responsible and creative, because something is going to become the part of this vortex of energy where you're going to be like kind of tested in a way where you will kind of like be kind of like provided with some kind of like a naughty shortcut or something naughty to make you like finish earlier, to do something like earlier or something like that. But it's just very important karmically to stay true to yourself, my baby. Stay true to yourself. Finish the job, whatever you need to do, whatever it needs to be done, just go for it, and make sure that you use your power and your energy to the best of your abilities, because on one hand your power is going to be tested and you're going to do the great job, but on another hand something is going to be provided through you being responsible and creative. Very important, because something 10 times more generous is going to kind of like enhance your life, and it's going to become the part of your life after this moment in time. So when it comes to karma, this is something that you need to pay attention to, because it's at the same time going to become the part of your worldly power, and you will be honored, you know, for the certain accomplishment that you are going to have. And that, my babies, is going to be absolutely brilliant, because it's just going to really not only bring you reward, but the actual success and admiration from others. It's just going to become everything to you, because you're going to be admired by other people, and that it's going to bring you the greatest radiance into your life, my gorgeous Piscelinis, the greatest radiance into your life indeed. I'm just so happy for you. I can't even explain that. It's just all about the determination, initiative and strength that is going to reflect on you so beautifully, you know, and it's going to also bring you make you realize the actual capacity, and that capacity that you will have, you know, will be absolutely everything. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord, you know. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Piscelinis, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm just going to see which tarot card is your tarot card of the week. This is so important, you know. And before I go any further, you know, this is so significant. Be as open-minded as you can. Make yourself become the part of everything as you possibly can. Be as adventurous as possible. I said become the part of everything. Just don't waste your time at home or something like that. Just try to spend as much time as you can by being part of the different dimensions, by being outside, by testing the waters, by throwing yourself into the situations you wouldn't normally just throw yourself in. I told you before, this is so important when it comes to your Piscelinis. You know, this is still going, that energy, that dimension, that direction. When you are tested, Piscelinis, I told you before, if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. This is still the moment of jumping, still the moment of learning, still the moment of swimming, but it requires from you to make the first move. Important, important, important. Also, you will be reminded this week, don't wait on other people to make important decisions for yourself. You are the one who needs to realize this. You are the one who needs to make this decision. You are the one who needs to realize this. And then at the same time, you just speed up the process so much more, so much better, by again having a beautiful, cute little white rabbit moment. And white, cute little rabbit moment with a red little jacket means symbolically that something is going to take place, something that you were really so scared about, you were so worrying about whether you should do this or not, and it's to do with the certain changes. And cute little rabbit, cute little bunny with a white bunny with a red jacket means that this is actually going to happen. You're going to make a certain decision that you were so worrying about. That particular change is to do with a change, different, new options, you know, you were worrying, and that was slowing you down. So the bunny is going to have a really symbolic and important moment, because that is going to happen without you even realizing. This is going to be a turning point moment, because that is going to happen. That change is going to develop, unfold and happen without you even realizing, much quicker, much sooner. And it's going to make you, little white bunny, it's going to make you realize symbolically that this is something good, something really cute, something really important. And the red jacket means, of course, that this is going to be to do with your own passion, and it's also going to be the shortcut, quick, fast, you know, rabbit jump shortcut, you see, to the very absolutely one of the most important stages of your life, where you are about to discover a life-changing passion through your own opportunity, life change and security that is going to come through your own transformation, new beginning, inner peace and the actual freedom and action. This is all going to make sense because it's going to help you to restrain, whether you feel also like restrained, low, down. This is going to have so much impact on you. And also, I know it's going to sound weird, but when it comes to your health, this is going to bring you a wonderful balance as well when it comes to your health as well. Of course that you have like the Hanged Man, you see, of course that you've got the Hanged Man, my gorgeous Pisces. I told you, the Hanged Man, it's all about looking at the things from a different angle. It's all about transition. It's all about change. It's all about reversal of like a boring things in your life, things that came to an end, things that are making you feel unhappy, things that are making you feel bored, it's all coming to an end. But again, you will know, my babies, this comes with a little pricey. And the pricey is the actual adjustment of sacrifice, readjustment, which is going to lead towards your regeneration and rebirth. I absolutely love it because this is going to lead towards a rather enthusiastic time of your life, but it's most certainly going to change your life and you will feel it. Oh Lord. Okay, so now my gorgeous Pisces, basically I'm just going to see what is like important when it comes to your health. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Pisces, you also need to take a vitamin D supplement, and you're going to need to take a calcium supplement because your bones are going to be quite sensitive, together with the actual flaxseed oil, organic flaxseed oil in oil form or the actual like a capsule form, however you want, but it needs to be without any horrible ingredients. It needs to be without any chemicals, and it needs to be natural, organic, and that is going to help you to boost your immune system, but at the same time it's going to help you with your skin as well. It's a wonderful to take for the skin, and it just makes your skin really nice and shiny. Only like about a few weeks after you take flaxseed oil, it's absolutely brilliant. But it's also going to help you with the power of your mind when it comes to your focus, and also on another hand, please try to carry on taking like organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is also important because this is also going to be something that is going to help you with the cold and flu a little bit, because you're also going to have this symptom. So organic acerola cherry powder, you take 1 glass of water every single morning, you take 1 teaspoon, you mix it up and drink it on an empty stomach, and that is going to help you to rejuvenate yourself by taking a large amounts of vitamin C, and it's natural, without any horrible ingredients or without any chemicals. And you don't want ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is a fake version of natural vitamin C. They say it's natural, but it's not. This is a natural version of vitamin C you take, and it's called organic acerola cherry powder. It gives you a whopping amount of vitamin C per little teaspoon, but also provides you with some B vitamins as well. Important. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only a doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, it's the basically your partner is going to need, your partner will be going through something quite like annoying. Your partner is going to need a little bit of womanish energy, and basically there is just going to be like a little bit slow stage or slow period that your partner is going through, and something is going to make them feel like uneasy a little bit. So you do what I said before. It's just so important, like when this situation goes on, this is the time of the year when people are really busy, a lot is happening indeed. But in order to deal with situations like this, I know your partner is at the same time going to have a rather enhanced third psychic eye, so I think they're going to be very deep at the same time. So you can surprise them. An element of surprise brings beautiful vibration. You can buy them something, you can take them somewhere, you can tell them that you're going to take them on some kind of holiday somewhere. It depends, but this element of surprise will bring the world of good. And this is what I think that your partner is really going to benefit from. Give them some kind of present, surprise them, and that is going to mean quite a lot. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, I like it, because you will be kind of part of all sorts of situations. You will be part of all sorts of groups. Something is going to inspire you. Certain group of people, it's going to inspire you, and something really good is going to be going on when it comes comes to this group of people talking about some kind of good news. That moment in time, it's going to be really good, because this moment in time, it's about to bring someone very special into your life. My gorgeous Pisceline, stranger in the night, na 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 na, Pisceline in the morning, na 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 na. No, it's really good, but it's really important, because this is going to be like just the beginning. You know, you're going to come to terms with someone. You're going to come across, not come to terms, but you're going to come across someone. Okay, and that person is going to inspire you so much, and it's somebody who's very powerful. Somebody is going to manifest around you at the time when you are going through the big change, and somebody who's making you feel very peaceful, somebody who's making you feel very content, somebody who's having a very, very good family life, you know, and somebody with a very great honor, you know, somebody very important with an important reputation. It's going to become the part of your spiritual journey, my gorgeous Pisceline. Be prepared to be swept off your feet, because once you meet this person, it's gonna be amazing, amazing, amazing indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, I love you all so much. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous people, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.